take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back. Slide, 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 slide. You finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide. I like you got some skate. Skate, so skate, so skate. I like you got on some 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 skate. Start butter jet, let's go. Pull off with you. Slide ding, ride ding, dad ding. Move it with you, drop it with you. Time about the green light, let's go.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We back in the building. Woo! Canes Talk Live, episode 125 in the building, man. We got to make it happen. We got a lot of things to talk about, a little bit of time to do it. I appreciate everybody joining us, man. We had a good time last night on a night shift. So if you missed it, go check the rewatch. It's about 4 hours long, but it's fun. We had a good time with it. But anyway, real quick, let's get this thing. We get people in. Let me know everybody looks good, sounds good. There go T. Hines in the building. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I also saw Ellen somewhere in here. Here she go to my high T. Hines. Got to clock in, Ellen. Let's go. Clock in. That's the producers in the building. I appreciate it. Paco, what's good, man? As you say, welcome to the team. If you want to join the team, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing to join the team. I don't mean you're a player just yet, but you're just on the team. You understand? So just go ahead and hit the button. It costs you absolutely nothing. And we definitely make it happen. Anyway, we got people piling on in here. Appreciate it. IMAX in the building. We got Shad in the building. Slide. I'm loving it. All right. Let me see. I'm sorry. Got to put
All
this on.
participants are muted.
Had to open up the phone line. So anyway, we got a lot of people in here. We got a lot to talk about today. As you know, it gets slow in football. And so it's hard to kind of keep creating content. So I went to the team. I went on Twitter and asked people for topics. And what I'm going to do today is actually oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I'm going to put the phone number up there, 862-799-9956. Go ahead and start calling in. We just fill this deal up. And there's several questions that have been posed already on Twitter. And I'll go ahead and use those and give these people their love as well. And we'll start it off. And like I said, when people call in, well, I pretty much ask them what these questions are and see if we can answer some of these questions when it pertains to the Miami Hurricanes. So feel free, go ahead and call on in. Don't be scared. As soon as one person calls, the floodgates open, so everybody will come on in. But anyway, we had quite a few questions on here about different things. Look at this already, baby. 205 in the building. I think that's Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. 205. Wasn't that Ruben Studdard? Had a little hat with 205. Anyway, call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Oh, you got me on, Coach?
You on live and clear. Let everybody know in the building if they can hear you. Give me a thumbs up in the building.
Okay, thumbs up, baby. I can hear you, baby. Check this out, Coach. I'm calling from Birmingham. Glad to be on with you, man. I just want to tell you, man, I've been watching your show. I listen to you a lot of times when I'm working, and I really enjoyed the show with you and Life in Football, though. That was pretty good. Y'all think y'all need to keep that going, Coach.
We will. That's my man right there.
I want to talk about, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Go ahead, Coach.
No, I was saying, no, that's my. I was saying that's my man right there.
Okay. Yeah, one of the topics I want to talk to you about is, and I'm a Bama fan, but I want to talk about CU and Coach Prime. I get what you're saying about people who feel like Colorado's gonna win 9 and 10 games, and for me, I think they're gonna go. I think they'll get to a bowl game. I'm saying 6-6. I actually went to the sports book in Mississippi, right next to us, because we don't have gambling up here in Alabama, so I had to go next door to Mississippi. And they actually took it down. They had Colorado at 3.5 wins. So I was going to go drop a knot on them for that, and they took it down. And I heard in Vegas is up to 4.5. Vegas still got it on their book. But I think they realistically can get to a bowl game. So I'm not thinking they're going to win 10, 11 games, because for him to bring in that many players, they got to get jailed and get used to the coaching staff. But I definitely think they're going to be better than what they were the previous year before. And I don't think the Pac-12 is that kind of conference to where they can't go in there and win and find 6 wins in that conference.
Okay.
I just don't see what they that. Go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead, Coach. I listen to you. Go ahead, Coach.
No, I'm saying I got what you're saying. You know, these Cane fans hot right now with you. They like this Canes talk. We ain't talking no Colorado. That's for Thursdays. But real quick to answer your question, I've talked about it before. I got them at 6-6. That's what it is. I want to talk about some Canes. Can we talk some Canes ball or what?
Well, let's talk some Canes because I like Cristobal. Cristobal was at Alabama. I think Cristobal a hell of a recruiter. But I work with a lot of guys that move from Miami that's up here that's got mixed reviews. You know, my coworkers I work with that's from down there, they actually want Miami to get back to where they were. And like I told them, I said, one thing you got to look at, man, you know, we always talk about having an on-campus facility. And one of my coworkers' wife is from Coral Gables. He said he don't see them putting the stadium down. He said, man, them people don't even want you playing the music down there on Sunday too loud.
No,
so
you can't cut grass down there.
They can't put no stadium there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You said what, Coach?
No, I'm saying that you can't even cut the grass out there on Sunday, man, in Coral Gables. They don't even have street.
Yeah,
they don't even have street
I
signs.
tell him, I said, bro, you got to have facilities, man. Y'all, even though the team has been great for decades, you don't have no facilities, man. And I said, you know, it's an arms race. Everybody trying to be a facility, practice facilities, everything. And I said, that's something that hurts y'all when you got Central Florida and South Florida getting stadiums. I mean, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? So that's just realistically. I mean, they laying lockdown from what I'm being told.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say this. I mean, I know people want the stadium and all of that good stuff. I really think, in my personal opinion, I do think that's a very small percentage when it comes to winning. You know, the on-campus stadium, and the only reason I say that, and I'll say this again, is because 95% of the people who go to the games are not from the school; they're from the community. So wherever the stadium is going to be. It's not like we have 50,000 students like in Ohio State or Florida State where the students can just migrate to the stadium from their dorm rooms and so forth. I mean, we have 10,000 students total, you know what I mean, with undergrad or whatever, maybe about another 2,000 or 3,000 graduate students, that kind of deal. So they're not the real main focus when it comes to the stadium and filling the stadium. Even if we put it on campus, does it really matter when it comes to, bro, right there, the Hard Rock is actually not a bad spot when you talk about fans coming from West Palm Beach, Broward County, and Dade County. It's really central where it is. It's not central compared to the school, but it is central compared to the fan base, which is the three counties, West Palm, Broward, or Palm Beach County, Broward, and Dade. So, yes, the stadium is nice. It'll be beautiful to have. But I believe that is way down on the list of priorities that need to be done in order to get them back. But let me keep pushing, man. I appreciate you calling in. But let me keep pushing.
Let me say this, Coach, before you hang up. Everybody out there, smash your thumbs up, subscribe to Coach. And Coach, that was really fly what you did with my homeboy up here in Birmingham, Peter Woods, who came up and did that for his recruitment. So,
that was fun.
Up, Coach, and I'll keep following you. Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that Peter Woods commitment was fun, man. I got death threats, man. Them Alabama fans got mad at me because he decided to go to Clemson. Dude told me I shouldn't be around kids. I'm like, bro, all I did was broadcast his commitment. I wish y'all give 247 that hate. Y'all ain't give. Dude told me I should not be allowed around children ever. I was part of his NIL deal. But anyway, the Woods family is awesome, man. We still keep in contact. We supposed to, hopefully we'll meet up when Clemson plays Miami in Miami. Anyway, I got the next dude on here right now before you go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and give him his love right now. Because this dude be on one, boy. If you ain't never been on this channel, you new to it. I got some, I don't want to call them characters, but that's what they are. I got some people who call in and they fun, if you understand me. They are really fun people. I got the Oracle. I got Google, man. I got all time. I met a dude last night named Sterile Daryl. He a new fan. But this gentleman right here, he make your pockets fatter.
I got them locks.
Beijing Professional, Shandong Tyson, Shanghai Shenhua. They all some lock tonight, boy.
Studio One Live, a.k.a. Soccer God.
I know y'all like, what's Soccer God got to do with football, baby? But let me tell you something. I got the Soccer God on here. He going to give you these locks. These, I don't know if it's Chinese locks, Australian locks. Soccer God, what's up with your Studio One?
What's up, baby? Tell them this is the original football. So we got to give some love to the original football.
So
Listen,
talk to me.
got
I need
some
two.
locks
I
for
need 2 locks
tomorrow
today. 2 locks. That's
in
it.
the Argentina League. Hey, I got an upset special. Get you 3 times your money. Baraka Central. And then we got Colon Santa Fe. That's Monday. Now, Tuesday, I got my China locks, China Super League. Believe it or not, all 3 of these games, y'all can bet a draw. We got Kang Zhao at Tianjin Jinmin. Tiger. Draw. Them boys going 1-1. Then you got Xingdu Wang Xing at Henan Songshan Longmen. Draw. 1-1. Then you got Shandong Taishan at Shanghai Shenhua. 1-1 draw. They gonna pay 3 times your money, boys. Gonna get paid Tuesday, boys. Tuesday payday.
I heard that. Well, you heard that straight from the soccer god himself. Studio One Live in the building. If you like to put a wager on overseas soccer, check him out. After he gets off of here, he gonna put those locks. When we say locks, we talking about these are guaranteed wins. He ain't playing. He know the real deal. But we passed the soccer now. I told you we had the fan base. I kind of reached out to the fans and on Twitter, there's some people who follow, and I asked some questions. I'm going to ask you a question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
If I can find it. Doggone it. I can't find it right quick. I had the questions up. Oh, here we go. Fraud department, or department, asked this question. Can the Canes return to linebacker U again? Do you think that's possible, Studio?
Yeah. With that boy Kiko. That boy is something. That's a difference maker, man. Y'all ain't see that pick. I think he had a pick 6 against Oregon, didn't he?
You talking about the young man that came from Washington? Was it Washington State? What's his name, brother?
Yeah.
Was it Maui Goa, brother? I believe.
Yeah. Guess what you done made Wesley Basaint them do? Step up.
Well, and listen,
step their game up.
And right, it's a lot of talk about them, right? So you got my man Popo supposed to be coming in. You got a lot of guys that's been coming in. We're still waiting for a sighting from Chase Smith for him to get healthy and get back out there. We got Wesley Basaint in the building. We got quite a few linebackers that have come in that can definitely make an impact. The problem is they have to do it. So I guess your question is, your answer is yes. You're saying we can get back to LBU with the Ray Lewis, the Dan Morgans, them kind of guys, Armsteads and them boys.
Yes, especially with Wesley Basaint, boy, long, fast, mean, intelligent. Kiko, you seen what he did in the spring game. He made that look like child's play. It's for fool. But coach, it's fine to get back to linebacker you, but to be honest with you, the only way we're going to get back to the real deal is if we get back to picking the ball off. I did a chart. I went back from 1985 all the way back all the way up to 2018, right?
Okay.
Every year that we had, let's say 15, 14 picks or more, we went 10-2 or better. If we get 15 picks or more, we 11-1 or 12-0. Okay. Not to mention, we need somebody that, like Blaze one year had 10 picks. Like, that's a long time ago. Let's go Sean Taylor, 10 picks. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody. You go back to our worst years, 7-6 in 2008. We had 3 interceptions all year. 2011, we were 6-6. 6 interceptions all year. Okay? So these interceptions, last time we went 5-7, we had 7 interceptions. So wins correlates to picks. That's bottom true. Line. Until we get back to picking the ball off, we can hang it up.
Okay. And you're right. I've always said this. Even when I used to give the pregame and like kind of what I expect, I always talked about turnovers, and pick is a turnover or takeaways. as well as, forced fumbles, and so forth. Because what it does, it steals possessions from the offense, and that gives you one more opportunity. For every turnover you get, gives you one more opportunity to score in some form of fashion, as well as it does take time off the clock for the other team, because you have time of possession. So those turnovers are huge. A lot of people don't realize how impactful turnovers are when it comes to a football game. Because if I take, let's just say, for example, 10 possessions each, let's just say that, just for math's sake. If I take one away, that means other team is down to 9, I'm up to 11. I hope that makes sense. I now have 11 possessions. I've taken one away. Does that make sense? You're starting to take possessions away from people in the time that they have the ball.
Exactly.
So, and that's what people have to understand, how important turnovers are when it comes to this game. But anyway, no, man, you're 100% right. Real quick, 862-799-9956. Go ahead and call in, guys. Nobody's in the queue right now. Go ahead and call in.
Michael Rawls say we need a QB that can throw the ball against competition. Man, you know what? Yeah, everybody need a quarterback a little bit. But to be honest with you, Miami ain't never really had no beast at quarterback. Testaverde, to me, he was kind of flimsy. Bernie Kosar, to me, okay. They was okay. We just had so much talent around them. All you had to do was throw the ball up. We never had no real precision QB since Jim Kelly. And he didn't even throw the ball in college, man. We need to get back to that defense, picking the ball off. They can't run the play. And we always going to have running backs. I mean,
well, I said this too.
Yeah, I know we done turned into a passing more league, and you need to have a better quarterback nowadays. But, man, just like your show last night, when y'all were talking about Alabama and Georgia being able to just plug a QB in, and it really didn't matter. It really don't. When you got that heat around him, man, you can plug any quarterback in there, man.
But that's not.
Stop it.
Hold on. Yes and no, studio. Yes, to the effect of if you are loaded with talent, like a lot of those programs are, I think so. But if you go to a place like Ohio State, I don't think you can take any quarterback because their passing game, even though they have a good running game, their passing game is predicated based on the kind of quarterback they have, right? If they don't have very good quarterback, I don't think they're the team they're going to be. But quarterbacks are the engine to any program, regardless of what we think. I'll go back and even say when we go back to Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey, I've always made this saying. He was a great quarterback above the shoulders. Athletically, he was decent, but what he was very smart. He took care of the football. He didn't hurt you, and he got the ball to the playmakers quickly. That was his big deal. He wasn't a down the field. He went out there, Brett Favre and John Elway and just trying to gun it in there and all that kind of stuff. So to your point, I believe, yes, you're right. We don't have that, but we got to have a guy who does understand. I believe like a Stetson Bennett when he was at Georgia. He didn't necessarily hurt the team. He wasn't the best athletically. So far, when I say athletically, meaning the best quarterback of all time, no. But he took care of the football, and that's what's big. You got to make sure you have somebody that takes care of the football and doesn't just throw it all over the yard, takes chances, you know what I mean? And just doing wild stuff with the ball. Like, for example, if Johnny Manziel was not as athletic as he was, he would probably be one of the worst quarterbacks ever. He probably would have gotten benched with all that running around and da-da-da. But because he could extend plays with his legs and athletic, he'll go down. That's why he wins the Heisman, bro. Like, he won games because he could make things happen. Sure.
Let me ask you something, man. I seen a clip, and I didn't fact check this clip. But did you know the clip said that the 2001 Miami Hurricane would have went 8-4 if their offense wouldn't have scored one touchdown? Now think, just savor that for a minute.
Hold up. Yep, I'm savoring it. Okay, so
8-4 if the offense doesn't score a touchdown.
That's big defense, bro.
I know we need a quarterback. We don't need no trash, of course. But please, let's not overrate it. It's 10 more positions and 11 on defense.
I agree with you. And 11 more on special teams. That's important. People forget that 33% of victory. People forget that all the time.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because that's what we've been missing too.
All
We
right.
don't have nobody that just, oh boy, they finna punt it to him. We don't got that no more. Now we got, I'm scared is he gonna drop it? Is he gonna catch it? Is he gonna muff it? Muffin man? We ain't got nothing but muffin men. They muffin the punt every time. You put anybody back there right now, they'll muff it. We want what's the name back there? He muffed it. We want somebody else to try it. He muffed it. Man, we used to be scared. The opponents used to be scared to kick the ball to us, man. They don't got that no more.
Nah, it's true.
We don't got that no more.
But recruiting has changed. We're losing those guys, the Devin Hesters. You have to remember those days have changed. Those guys that could split games open at any time are not going over in the men called them muffin men. That's hilarious, dog. If I ever get back into coaching, and I get a punt return to that muffin, that's what he getting in the team meeting the next day. A big muffin man.
Muffin man.
But anyway, I got the queue up here rolling, man. So the calling queue is rolling. But anyway, I'm just saying this. I want to say this part. To your point, yes. But we have to understand that, and I'm bringing up some of these questions. I'm looking at the Twitter feed right now, so I'm bringing up some of these questions. I'm going to pose some of these questions when it comes to this. But to your point, let me answer this last before I let you go. Linebacker U, are we back on track to get back to linebacker U? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, I love it, man. Well, Studio One, y'all do me a favor. Put in the chat those locks so they know you ain't playing. I'm telling y'all, if you're in the Chinese soccer, or I'm going to just call it overseas soccer or Asian soccer or whatever soccer he be talking about, Shang Dong, Chai Tong, whatever that is, I want General Tso's chicken. That's what I want when every time you come on. But other than that, y'all check him out, man. Studio, I appreciate you, dog, as always. We're going to talk further on about the other stuff, man.
Yeah. I'm going to send that email, brethren.
All right, now, no problem. All right, man. We got some great people coming on here, man. I got the next one coming on. I told you, I got some folks. Let's make sure who I got out who I have here. All right, let me make sure. Next, coming up on the stage.
Coach Hayes.
Is this Sterile Daryl?
You already know, man.
Hey, I want to introduce the team to Sterile Daryl. He a West Coast Kane, I guess. We gonna call you West Coast Kane today, whether you like it or not. But Sterile Daryl, what's up with you, man?
Know, cuz. Man, I just wanted to call and say what's up, Coach Hayes. This is my new thing now. I'm about to call every time you're on now.
I appreciate it. Now, Sterile Daryl called me last night from the strip club in the bathroom because he had an iPad and he was hooked up to the strip club.
Oh no, I want an iPad. It was a Google.
Okay, a Google pad. And you was hooked up to the Wi-Fi. What was the Wi-Fi code?
Booty, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir. Sterile Daryl, let me ask you a question.
Hey, check it out though, Coach Hayes.
Oh God.
You know McDonald's and banned from the Wi-Fi, man.
This man moved next to a McDonald's so he can get free Wi-Fi. I ain't messing with you, Sterile Daryl. I ain't messing with you. Talk to me, man. I don't know if you're a real Kane fan or not.
Oh, man. Reggie done called me Blank Man. Oh, man. I like that, Reggie. Hey, man, but I got the Canes, man. I got the Canes going about 8-4 this year. 8-4.
Okay. All right, 8-4. Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. I'm going to ask you a quick question. Clemson has been the top dog in the ACC for some years now. Do the Hurricanes beat Clemson?
No. Blowout.
Sterile Daryl? Well, come on here talking that blasphemy.
What does Miami have for Clemson?
Everything, man. We got Mario Cristobal. What are you talking about, man?
Oh, yeah, and I got y'all what last year?
5-7.
Blown out by Duke, Middle Tennessee, Pittsburgh. Man, they got to get better, man.
Now we got to get better, man. Real quick, is Tyler Van Dyke the answer?
Yeah, but y'all got a lot of non-answers behind them.
What do you mean, bro?
It's like y'all turned into developmental quarterback. You got a tight end playing quarterback. I think Jakari Brown would be a beautiful tight end in the NFL. But
that's a hate.
Emory Williams, he need work.
Okay.
Judd Anderson. Oh my! Have you done that WRE on Judd Anderson?
I have not, brother, but I will before signing day. I'll get to all the signees. I'll break down all the signees.
Man, I want you to do one within the next couple of weeks, man. You a Kane fan, man. That's the quarterback of the future, man. I need to know what Coach Hayes think about Judd Anderson, man. I've seen the film, man. I'm kind of confused why Mark Cristobal and them even want him.
Hey, don't be putting me on the spot like that, man.
Come on, Coach Hayes, man. We need you to talk, man. We need you to talk, man. I need you to show me what they see, because I don't see what they see, man.
Oh,
I look at the film and I don't see it, man.
All right. You killing me, Sterile Daryl. All right, Sterile Daryl. Let me roll along, man. I got quite a few people here, man. I got John the Baptist in here.
I'm gonna reach out again.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Y'all go check out the night shift last night. Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Y'all go check out the night shift from last night. Sterile Daryl made his debut onto the channel, man. That boy is hilarious. I got the long snapping preacher in here. I got E. Brown. I got Chi-Town King. I got John the Baptist in here. And then I got 0333 in the building. Long snapping preacher. He gonna come in here talking, so let me slap his face right now. All right, go ahead, long snapping preacher. Make it quick, man.
What's up, Coach?
I'm good.
Guess what I got?
Go ahead, man. Let me get my stuff ready.
First, you might want to get your book out, Coach, because it's time to cook. Second of all, I think Miami is going to go to the ACC championship this year. That's what I think is going to happen this year. But also, I want to talk about a big topic that not a lot of Miami fans are talking about. Miami is replacing a 4-year starter who long snapped to 2 Lou Guy award finalists and to 3 Ray Goza award finalists. Miami has 2 5-star long snappers in the wings. Clay James has been a good long snapper for you guys these past 4 years. But now it's time to see can Mr. I think his name's Mason. Let me see. I guess I forgot his name, like Mason Napier or whatever. And he's been there for 3 years, hasn't played yet. Can he get in? I mean, he's 6'2". Miami seems to lean towards the smaller guys. I guess in their punt formation, they're not big on blockers. I guess they're big on people who snap and run down. What long snapping is important. I don't care what you guys say, because you can win and lose games at the hands of the long snapper. All right. And lastly, to finish this off, before I get off of here, the Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. So if you lacking something, hey, make the Lord your shepherd. You ain't got nothing to worry about. And if you already got the Lord, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Sit back and chill, because the Lord is your shepherd. You will lack nothing in this world. Much love to you, Coach.
You finished? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a long snapping preacher. Every time he come on, I read a book, because he's an Alabama fan. I don't even know what he be talking about. That dude just be talking. So I always go into the library and get a new book to read. Anyway, I had to slap up the long snapping preacher, man. That's my man's right there. I appreciate him, though. I always appreciate his word at the end. I just make fun, but I do appreciate the word he gives at the end. All right, coming up next. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I'm going to 0333 just because they knew. I want to get the old guys some rest, because they're going to be rolling. 0333, talk to me. Give me your name. Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? This is Jay from Jersey.
Jay from Jersey. What's up, man? You a Kane fan?
Hey,
you a Kane fan?
Yeah. Of course I'm a Kane fan, but Coach, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little worried about class. Even though I know it's July, but it seems like we got an awful lot of 3 stars, even though I know people say, you know what I'm saying, stars don't matter. But shit, though, you know what I mean?
All right, let me ask you a question. All right.
Championship.
Oh, okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, so one of the questions here on Twitter is iPhone Kane wrote, for the recent haul of 3-star commits is that what we brought Alonzo Highsmith back home for, to use his talent evaluation skills to make sure these are the right fits? So that's the question. So you talk about these 3 stars. That's the question from iPhone Kane. Is Alonzo Highsmith doing his job, or I'm trying to pose their questions, or Are we just not doing well at recruiting, or are we getting what we can?
I mean, but at the end of the day, though, Coach, if you look back at the last 10 national championships or whatever, now winners, they, you know what I'm saying? They're not getting all 3 stars. You know what I mean? Like I've been following recruiting for I don't know 15 years, and this is bad, Coach. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not looking too good. Now, at the end of the day, though, this year we got to win on the field. We might be able to flip some people, but right now it ain't looking too good.
All right, so
I'll
just say this with 20 seconds left. I'll just say this, but I think that's the boat we're in right now. We are 5-7. I keep saying this. What highly touted 5-star or high scoring 4-star would come to Miami right now, unless, for lack of better terms, are Miami homers? Like, would you send? You're a Miami Hurricane fan. Your kid is the number 2 wide receiver in the country. Would you send him to Miami? I'm asking.
After what happened last year, absolutely not. But,
So
you know
hold on.
If you
Hold on.
a diehard Canes fan.
Okay, you can't have it both ways, Jay from Jersey. That's my point. You wouldn't, as a Cane fan. Coach. Yeah, but I'm saying, but as a Cane fan, you wouldn't send your own child to your favorite team because of what you saw last year. So that's the fight we're fighting right now. We have to be able to start to win games with these 3 stars, right? To turn the tide a little bit. And then you'll start getting the Jeremiah Smith that's coming down the line from the class of 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, class of 30. That's the kind of stuff that's happening. I mean, these guys, as much as they love the Canes, I keep bringing up Shamar Stewart. Shamar Stewart, I think he, in his heart of hearts, wanted to come to Miami, but he just couldn't trust the establishment. Now, did it work out at Texas A&M? Maybe not to what he wanted, but again, I don't know what his goals are. The coach may still be intact. He played early as a freshman, so forth and so on. But anyway, hey, that's what it is, man. Coach. Appreciate you, Jay from Jersey, man. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Let me go here. Oh, Lord. Scrub Central. E. Brown in the building. E. Brown, talk to me, baby. Let me slap him right now.
Man, Coach.
I love you, E. Brown.
Coach, I don't want anybody to think that I'm being a Debbie Downer or what have you, but that last caller is the epitome of what is created by nerd and scrub talk. Here he comes on here. He comes on, makes a sticking claim that he's a University of Miami fan. He's from New Jersey, and he's talking about 3, 4, and 5 stars. And Alonzo Highsmith is evaluating talent in dogs. What if that talent in that dog exists in a 3-star, 4-star, 2-star, 1-star? I don't care if it's a 0-star. I trust the man because he's evaluating talent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's evaluating talent, and he's not going on this star trip. Now, earlier you had my man Studio. I think it's Studio. You had him on earlier. Now, in the beginning, Studio had me drifting. He had me going. He was pontificating a little bit. He should have been on your show last night with the stuff he started out with earlier. But he brought it down. He started talking about the real cane juice. Some stuff there. He was bringing the cane juice to the table. We got to get off of Jeffrey Bissaint.
Wesley Bissaint. Hold on, let me slap you. You don't even know their name, and you pontificating right now.
Well, I said it because I know a Jeffrey Bissaint, and I got him mixed up with the Bissaint that I know.
Could he play linebacker?
And no, no, he didn't play linebacker. He didn't play linebacker. However, neither is Wesley Bissaint. Wesley Bissaint he's yesterday's news now. Let's move on. Okay, we've got to find the linebackers.
E. Brown, stop. E. Brown, stop it. Stop. Whoa. I can't let you do that, young man. Like, how is he yesterday's news? How is Wesley Bissaint yesterday's news when the young man is a sophomore, bro?
But because he's not performing at the par. He's not performing at the par on a horrible team. If you're not performing at the par on a horrible team, how are you going to perform at the par on a team that's loaded? How are you going to do it, Coach? Talk to me.
Okay, I'll talk to you right now. Hold on. I'm gonna talk to you. See, now you are exactly what's wrong. You are a person, E. Brown, that want these young men to come in as true freshmen and be nothing but elite players. You name me, hold on, you name me 5, hell, you name me 3 true freshmen across college football. Just name me 3. 17 just was in high school last year that came and played this year, this football season, that dominated. Name me 3.
3 that came in last year from high
True
school that
true freshmen
in college football
across the board.
Well, see, you've taken my assessment and you've taken it and you put it on the Nerd Talk channel.
No. Stop pontificating.
Okay.
Stop pontificating, right? And I want you to answer the question, right. E. Brown, because you want Wesley Basaint to come in and say he didn't dominate. He's a young. Now, if he was a 5th-year guy, if you may say, I hate to say this because I'm an underdog king, but if you want to say a Corey Flagg who's been here 4 years, 5 years, okay. But you're talking about a young man who sparingly got playing time as a freshman. He comes in and you want him to be almighty, all this. It doesn't happen that way. So the same way you talk about you want dogs, okay, but dogs still have to be trained. I'm still waiting for you. I just want 3 names. The next thing come out your nose got to be 3 names, and they can't be Jeffrey Basaint. I want 3 names, E. Brown, across college football that are true freshmen. They were getting a report card last year, and they began to play college football this year, and that dominated as true freshmen. I'll wait.
Well, you're not going to get it from me because you're not going to find it. And it will take some time to do the research on that.
But that's hold on, but stop. That's my point. Okay. But if they dominated so much, hold on. If they dominated so much, you wouldn't have to research it. It would stick out. That's my point. If they dominate, it's very few true freshmen. There are some, but there are very few true freshmen that come here and dominate Power 5 football and just are elite at Power 5 football because it is so difficult, bro. And that's the problem. We want instant gratification, put our popcorn in the microwave, put it on 30 seconds and have a meal.
Well, that's not what, when I brought up the Basaint comparison or the Basaint thing, what I was talking about is he came onto a football team that was horrible. Okay? He came onto a football team that was horrible. However, there was when you have a linebacker or a football player at any position that has the prominence or had the stature that was bestowed upon this young man when he came on, you see some semblance of excellent play.
E. Brown, do me a favor. Do me a favor, because I like talking to you, but I don't want you to pontificate so long I lose my other callers in the queue. I want you to hold on. When the queue slow down, I'm gonna bring you back on. Because I'm finna, because I know you got that slick back hair like Al Sharpton. I know you slick back right there. You got that sporting wave on.
Let me say this about your other callers, okay? Anybody who wants to hang up because they're hearing True Talk, then you should let me be like the tower at the airport. Land. You should let me do like the 9/11. Do the 9/11 thing. Let me put all the planes on the ground.
All right, I'm finna do yours right now. All right. Let me get to the next caller here, man. Shot-Town Kane in the building. I like E. Brown. I really do. Shot-Town, talk to me, man.
Boy, E. Brown finna get you canceled, coach. You gotta chill on that. I ain't heard not one Kane fan say Wesley Basaint ain't perform up to par.
What is this guy talking about, bro? I don't know. Anyway, talk to me, Shy.
Anyway, hey, coach, I honestly got the Kings going 9-3 this year.
Okay, let me ask you a question. It sounds like a good idea, but it's not working well. All right, here we go. Jory says, seeing TVD mentally disintegrate during turbulent moments? Is he the guy to lead us to improvement? Is 8-win season too high of an expectation with this schedule? He said unreal expectations on Martin and new for year 2. That's a question from Twitter.
The TVD thing, I think it was like just a perfect storm of just kicking somebody's confidence. A quarterback who thrived under the spread offense and decided to put him under center or try and make everything very simple. And you told him, hey, we're going to take the ball out of your hands and we're going to try and run the ball. That's basically what you told him. And on top of that, you could never get healthy. And on top of that, the standards that the fan base put on that team last year were so great that it was just a perfect storm of just ruining somebody's confidence. Now, I think this is the first time besides Rhett that TVD actually has a coach that is able to show him what he's supposed to be looking at, show him what it's supposed to look like, and actually teach him how to progress. I don't think Gaddis did that. So instead of taking that step forward that we all hoped, it just kind of held him back. Realistic expectations for this year that might put on, I don't think it's, we are now feeding into the team strengths. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hold up worse. The team is sick and tired of losing, and we're going to see how that works this year. Yeah. But before I only have losing to Clemson, Boston College, and NC State. I don't think we lose to both those teams back to back. So pick and choose FSU versus NC State, but those are my 3 teams that we're probably going to lose to.
Okay. Well, I hear you. We're going to definitely check it out and see, man.
Yeah. Black Ebron, bro. That shit crazy.
Ebron, that's my man. Man, dog, he's one of the guys. He's one of that guys. Sometimes everybody got a friend. You got to just kind of straighten them out and give them a noogie. You got to go ahead and put them in the head, like give them a noogie right quick, man. Everybody got one.
Well, you need to do it faster.
I'm going to do it right now. All right, appreciate you, brother.
All right, coach.
Okay, now. So real quick, 27 Canes for the $20. Thank you. Says Tate Dog Kane. West playing time started the back half of his freshman year and played well. Now he needs to build off his sophomore year. Yeah, he made some mistakes. I showed that in the good, bad, and ugly, but he also made some great plays. He has the tools. You got to just be taught. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where we are right now. So I think Wesley Saint should be just fine. He's got to build. But I'm going to get back on Ebron after I get the rest of these. 27 Kane, appreciate you, man, for the $20. All right, here we go. Who's next in line up here? Who else wants some of this? All right, here we go. John the Baptist in the building. John the Baptist, talk to me, baby.
What's up, Coach? How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good, man. What's up with you?
Hey, listen, I watched the show last night, but it was too late for me, so I didn't call in. But you had it going on. I thought those guys were going to, meet in the streets somewhere and fight it out. I'm glad nothing bad happened between those 2 dudes. But, man, that was a great show, Coach. I mean, you do your thing, man. I really enjoyed that last night. It was fun. It was entertaining.
I appreciate it.
I'm just laughing. I really had a good time. But that's what you do, and that's why I love watching your show. And I tell everybody about you. But listen, I'm going to go back to this linebacker thing here. Okay.
All right.
So, no, we are, and I think the guy said we're back. And the guy's home with the soccer guy. No, we're not back at linebacker. We're never going to be back. Maybe next year until they play this year and see what we got. Wesley Saint, he's going to be okay, but that's just one guy. Besides him, who do you know is going to step into that role? We got a lot of young freshmen. We got a lot of young people coming in and playing, but nobody else to step in. And I don't know, because we ain't got Ray Lewis. We don't have those guys, John Beeson. We don't have those type of linebackers that's coming in and playing until we get young men that come in and know the system and just straight up just tackling machines. We're not going to have no linebackers. And
well, John the Baptist, let me say this. I'll say this real quick.
I'm not.
Here's where the fan base kind of gets under my skin a little bit. we're always looking backwards for the future.
Yes, sir.
Let me explain.
That's right.
We're talking about Ray Lewis. Well, we're looking at Ray Lewis after he has at Miami and what he became. If Ray Lewis was coming out today as a 3-star from Kathleen, out of Lakeland Kathleen, we'd be like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, who's this guy? If we look at John Beeson, I think he played at Chaminade. He was a running back. Oh, we got running backs. Oh, he finna be a linebacker. So comparing a finished product to a brand new product. And that's not fair. We're comparing the Ray Lewis, the Ed Reed. If we would have got Ed Reed out of high school as I guess they called him a 2-star, 3. I don't know. I didn't know they had stars back then. Who is this slow guy from Louisiana? Well, we should have got. See, we're looking at finished products because how many? Watch this. And I know YouTube wasn't around then, but how many linebackers or safeties came out highly recruited or highly touted over Ray Lewis? As we know the story, Ray Lewis, Miami was his last. We gave him our last scholarship, right? So he wasn't a highly recruited guy. How many other linebackers were highly recruited over him and he outshined them? I'm not saying any of these guys will or won't do that. I don't know. But we're not giving these guys a fair chance to show their worth. Back to E. Brown, he talking about Wesley was saying who played sparingly on the back end of his freshman year. He ain't no dog. I'm going to get E. Brown as soon as I finish. When I clear this queue out a little bit, E. Brown finna get this knuckle sandwich, but I'm finna give it to him.
Listen, he's always negative when he calls anyway. I don't know. I think that's when I say JJ and Mike, it's got to be JJ. So, he's never positive about anything when it comes to Kane. I'm just simply saying that, for his fans, and like you just said, they think those guys are going to walk through that door. I think we have young men on the team right now. I mean, I think they can get up there, but you cannot put that level on their shoulders. I think they're going to stand out to these guys. It ain't going to happen. Let them play. Let them create their own life, their own future, their own style, their own everything. I mean, let them play. I don't know what else to say, but these 3 stars. I don't know that Middle Tennessee State that beat us. I'm pretty sure wasn't a bunch of 5 stars on that team. You know what I'm saying? So let these boys play ball.
Duke ain't had no bunch of 5 stars. But, Duke don't have no bunch of 5 stars.
No, sir, they don't.
Okay,
they don't.
So anyway,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so,
I'm with you, John. But listen, bro, I appreciate it, man. We're gonna do more of those night shifts too, man. We're gonna have some stuff coming up here and have some fun with it, man.
I'll see if I can tell what you love your show, man.
Appreciate
Take
you,
care.
Thanks, man. All right, T-Han said I'm experiencing some lagging. Guys, you guys lagging, let me know. So I'm not really sure. But I'm going to subscribe. Thank you so much. All right, I got one more in the building. All right, Anonymous. Hello.
Hi, are you ready? Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. We're all here to do what we're all here to do. Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it. I thought you'd have figured that out by now.
Will Cox in the building. Talk to us. The Oracle speaks.
Good evening, everybody. But let me get to the point. Because nobody got the dirt in 9/11 that Georgia has. Georgia is divided. Right after they won the Nash. And y'all haven't seen it coming, huh? When you race your best friend, and he ain't here again, the friends divide the rest of the team. If you can read between the water, they jumped out, ran, one got in, and he got to pay the piper of the family member that they lost. Yeah. The coach got problems in Georgia. Now, y'all don't like that smoke. Dogs got problems. You got to love your best friend, right? Take that and smoke it. Let me go on to the next. Miami got potential polar bears. Whales that's coming out the junior year that's going to become 4 or 5. Because you can't stop their senior year. Because they got to get the senior year in order to walk on after Christmas to be skilled and drilled. So know what that is about. Don't let no man tell you what a child is. Because remember that scrub, one child gone and the other one didn't get caught till he went to the draft to admit what he did to his best friend. Take that and smoke it. Miami got a chance. Bama already know. The only reason they wanted TBD because they thought you were going to get somebody else to drink the Kool-Aid. But he didn't drink the Kool-Aid. He stayed put because what? Miami's building. They got polar bears. I'm not going to give you the name because everybody else going to be trying to take their thing. I don't rock the way y'all rock. I lock the lock, and I'm out.
Bye, Miss Wilcox. There it is. There it is. She's spoken, y'all. The Oracle has spoken. We got polar bears and whales, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Y'all better stop playing with Miss Wilcox. I keep telling y'all stop playing. If it's lagging, y'all, I'm sorry. It's storming outside. Maybe that's what it is. I'm hooked on the landline. I'm not sure what it is, but let me tell y'all something. The Wilcox ain't playing. Go Flavor, Go TV Network. Appreciate you for subscribing. Let me get to the next caller on the line. 6761. 6761. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. You got 2 minutes.
What's going on, Coach Hayes?
What's up, man? Talk to me. Who is this?
This is Byron, Tallahassee.
All right, Byron from Tallahassee. What's up, Tally? Oh.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, your caller's tripping today talking about Wesley Saint. Like you said, he a sophomore. But as far as realistic expectations, I'm not going overboard. I'm about like you. I just think we need to have a winning record. We need to be at least top 60 in offense and top 60 in defense. That'll be an improvement. Like the head coach said, he got to go to work. And as far as them 5-star recruits everybody keeps fanning for, I got an old partner in Chicago saying like this: you show me a bad woman, a fine one, and I promise you I can show you somebody who's tired of. So y'all better stop chasing that pretty girl all the time.
Yes, sir. I love it. You show me a bad girl, I'll find you somebody that's tired of her. You ain't never lied, my Lord. Hey, them Instagram models winning right now, but it's somebody out there tired of them. I feel you on that. I feel you.
I can promise you that. I just hate to see them get caught up in old. We like our fans act like the guy in school who couldn't get no girls and he just obsessed with the baddest one. And the baddest ones don't cook, don't clean, don't work, don't tackle, don't do none of the good things right. So you better focus on the ones that's by average looking. Them 3-stars gonna get you somewhere. That's how it was built. That's how it's gonna be rebuilt.
I love it. Hey, listen, you better ask Keke Palmer and her dudes. Somebody tired of Keke Palmer right now, if you feel me. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that one alone, dog. I'm gonna leave that alone before I get banned around here.
Hey, Coach, one more thing before I go.
Yeah.
I said, hey, yo.
Huh? You said what? Hold on. I gotta get your.
I want a battle. I want a battle. I said, hey, yo!
There you go, baby. I want a battle. I appreciate you all the way from Tally Ho, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let me get to the next call in the building here. 5924 coming to you. 5924. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? It's Gordon from Charlotte, man. How you doing?
Man, where have you been, Gordon?
Man, I've been so busy, man, but I've been listening. I've been listening, and I caught parts of your show last night. Couldn't
Oh,
stay
did
up,
you?
but I
Okay.
caught parts of them. Yeah, man, good stuff, man.
Appreciate it, man.
So expectations for this year for the team, man. I say 8 wins is a good is a good mark. It's a good kind of, we can get 8 wins, that'll be good. But I'll say this about Stars. I think the biggest thing that we got to come out of this year with is an offensive and defensive identity. Because if a 3-star who fits the identity of your team is better than a 5-star who doesn't fit the identity of your team. So if Mario offensively and defensively can develop the identity of the team, then we as fans, we're looking at what these outside ratings say, but a player could be fit for your system and not be as highly rated, number one. And number two, being that we're in the southern Florida, South Florida, right there, Mario might have he might get the inside scoop on some of these players even before the rivals or the 24/7s come in. So I say that the biggest thing, Coach, is to get the identity, because if Ray Lewis is a 3-star but he fits the identity of what you want, that's more valuable in my opinion. So I think so. And lastly, man, I'm looking forward to, I hope you're doing the draft this year in the fantasy.
Oh, it's coming up.
I'll be looking out for that.
It's coming up. I should post it. I was thinking about posting it middle of July, but I may do it August 1. That'll put us a month out. That'll give people enough time to come in, do research. And then I think we do it.
Okay.
I may do it the last week, but just stay tuned. You'll see it come up. I'll put it on Twitter and I'll start talking about it on shows.
It's too early to send my donation.
Yeah, do it. Just send it, because if I do it, I can log it in perfectly. So just wait till I do that. That way I have it set up.
Okay. All right, Coach. Thanks, man.
Thanks, brother. Anytime, man. Man, we got quite a few people here in the building hanging out with us today. I'm trying to get to these Twitter questions that the fans pose, but everybody coming in with theirs. So I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna ask my question. All right. I see my man Magic City Kane. Have I missed him yet? No, I got Magic City Kane in the building right here. Hold on. Magic City Kane, where are you, buddy? All right, here you go. Magic City Kane in the building. I got a quick one for you. Talk to me. All right.
What's happening, Coach?
I'm good, baby. Listen to this question and answer this, and then go ahead. Will the youngsters at wide receiver push the vets like Brashard Smith or Restrepo to the portal? And I guess he's talking about the youngsters like the Robbie Smiths, the Ray Josephs, and so forth. Will they push? I don't think Brashard Smith's a vet. I think Restrepo is definitely a vet. But I guess he's saying guys who've been already. Will they push them to the portal?
Let me tell you something, bro. I think Robbie and Ray gonna push, but a lot of people sleeping on Kirk. I like Kirk all around game, because it ain't a route in the route tree he can run.
Okay.
And then he could get away, so he get a lot of yards after the catch.
Okay.
But what I wanted to say was, I'm 58 years old, bro. I've been around since the dynasty started.
Okay.
79. Okay, you remember when Flipper used to be at the OB?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm saying that to say this. A lot of people are forgetting. We had some good players back then, but we had better coaching, better development. UM is only going to go as far as our coaches and our development going to take us. We can sit up here and say 9-4, which I think we'll probably be around 8-4, or double digits, bro. We had some monster coaches, man. We had Jimmy, we had Butch, we had all of the, Kehoe, all them. They brought development to a whole nother level. We not there.
We ain't been there in 20 years. That's where we've been lacking. We've been having the players. We ain't been having the coaching and development. Mario can't do it by himself.
So hold on. So okay. So to your
So they
point,
need to
so to your point, Magic.
Go ahead.
So to your point, okay, you say Mario can't do it by himself, so therefore you believe in Mario Cristobal. Nothing wrong with that. Great, I do too. Do you think he's hired the right guys, like these former coaches hired the keyholes, have hired the coaches that develop? Has he hired the right guys? Because apparently,
I fucked around and drunk the Kool-Aid last year with them coaches they brought in there. Come to find out, they came to destroy our program. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. You see, they ran right back to Alabama. That was part of Nick Saban's plan. They want to stay here they want to stay here and get all our players because they know what Mario is going to do far as recruiting. I was listening to who that was, Mark Rogers the other day, dude talking about they want Mario to come to Alabama when Nick Saban leaves. They know what this man could do. If he get the coaching, like I'm glad he got the coaches he got now. Because what they're gonna do, they seem like they are hungry and they want to teach. They want to develop. And they old school. So I like that.
I like it.
That's
too.
what he should have done last year, but I understood he wanted to make a splash. But I digress, and I say I think we're moving in the right direction, and we'll come out better.
I appreciate it, man. Let me get on. The queue is getting pretty long here, but let me get move on. But man, Magic City, don't be a stranger, bro. Keep calling in.
Hey, I ain't, bro.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. 3372 coming to you next. 3372. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Coach Hayes.
What's up, man?
Hey, this is Josh from Palm Beach.
Josh from Palm Beach. Talk to me, man.
Hey, Coach. These people talking like Gregory Rousseau wasn't a first round pick and he was a 3-star coming out of high school. Like we done had 3 stars that got drafted first round picks.
True story. True story.
So I'm saying, like, why are these fans acting like Mario ain't just get a top 7 recruiting class last year?
Because you know why? Because everybody's seen. You remember, man. Janet Jackson said it best. What have you done for me lately? That's Janet Jackson. And people have short memories, and that's okay. But you got to remember, I got my sobriety coin, the fandom sobriety coin. You can get yours too. Call me at 862-799-9956, and I'll put you on the sobriety fandom program, and you too will not be drunk of your fandomness. So I say that to say, people see what they see, and when they see other schools around them grab it, the 5-star, the 4-star, the 5-star, the 4-star, we always make a comparison, right? Everybody makes a comparison, and that's what's happening right now. You know, I just know that we're not the prettiest guy in the room right now. We're not the prettiest girl in the room when it comes to these recruits. Let's call it what it is. We're 5-17. That's in a rebuild. And you got people like Georgia, who's won 2 in a row, probably will 3-peat this year. You got Alabama, who's been doing it for basically the past 13, 14 years. Ohio State has been doing it. Clemson's been doing it. You understand? You got some programs on the rise. Hell, even Utah. Think about it. As strong as Utah has been, they still kind of struggle because they don't go get – when the last time you heard the elite recruit going to Utah, and they constantly putting people to sleep. So Utah has done better in the record books than we have, but they got the same struggles because it's Utah. But now you got USC going 10-2 with a Lincoln Riley, high-powered offense. You got a Caleb Williams there as a Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, we're not the prettiest girl in the room right now. You understand what I'm saying? We Cinderella.
You right.
Yeah, that's what it is right now. But, bro, I appreciate it. I got to get through some of these calls because they powering in here, man.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, brother. All right,
Have
coming
a good
to the
one.
next one. 6095 coming to you next. Call or talk to us. Give us
Coach,
your name.
it's Steve Kim. How are you?
Steve, what's up, man? Let me log you in, brother. Hold on. This system right here is I gotta see if I don't this system right here, I gotta log names in. All right. Steve, what's up with you, baby?
I just want to let you know, me and you, clear off your calendar. I am coming in for the A&M game.
All right.
I'm going to be in there Thursday morning. We've got to hoist a few sarsaparillas.
I love it, man. Let's do it.
We'll have a good time.
Let's do it.
Yeah, by the way, a couple things here. I know you're packed, so I don't want to be too long. Ray Lewis was a late signee in '93, coach, and I have all the media guides from that era. He wasn't even in the media guide, by the way, in '93. So if you wanted to research that recruit, that's how late in the process he was. And the big linebacker recruit that year was James Burgess out of Homestead and Jeffrey Taylor out of Miami Northwestern. And those two guys were okay, but it just goes to show you the recruiting rankings aren't anything. And then I remember DJ Williams was this all-world #1 recruit. His first contributions at Miami, he actually played fullback his freshman year. So you can't really just go by that. And by the way, I have one name last year as a freshman that really stood out at linebackers. I know people brought up Wesley Basaint. That's Harold Perkins at LSU.
Yes.
That's probably the one guy that really stood out like, wow, this guy's great. Perkins had a monster freshman year. And, Coach, to wrap it up real fast, listen, the bottom line is this. This is my realistic expectations after I drank the Kool-Aid like I was in Jonestown with the Reverend Jones last year. Okay, I drank the Kool-Aid. You warned me in the halftime of the Bethune-Cookman game. Coach, I got to give you – you didn't like that guy running our offense. Here's a realistic goal. Win every game we're favored to win and don't get blown out in the ones that were underdogs. That, to me, is progress, and I think that's realistic, Coach. That's it.
That's it, man. That's all you can do. Steve Kim, man, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Guys on those.
Absolutely. Let's keep it moving. I'll keep listening, and I'll see you in about 7-8 weeks, Coach.
I'll be there, baby, with that cane juice in hand. Let's talk, man.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Hey, I appreciate it, Steve, too. I appreciate you, man, hooking me up with Coach JB. Had a great interview. I don't know if you saw it, but had a good interview, man. It was really fun. All right, that was Steve Kim. I thought I was talking to him, but I guess I'm talking to myself. 1966 coming to you next. All right, here we go. 1966. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
What's up, Coach, man? I haven't seen you and hollered in a long time, man. It's Mike Lowry out of Fort Myers, Florida, man.
Mike Lowry. You got some brown sugar?
Yep. Nah. I done gave it up, Coach. It's over with, baby.
We could borrow some brown sugar. What's up with you, Mike Lowry? Talk to me.
Man, listen, man. I see you done blow it up. I'm listening to come out. You got an old fantasy. You got a fantasy league now, Coach. What's going on? You uninvolved, baby.
Man, we've been doing that. This will be our third year, I think, now doing the fantasy league. Yeah, this is going to be our third year coming up.
Coach.
Yeah, you got to come in, man. You know, we do fantasy. We got a very nice donation at the end if you win it. And all of that. We do a draft and all that. So, yeah, come on in. Join us.
I feel you, Coach. But listen, Coach, I've been seeing you've been talking about that Colorado buzz, you know, that prime effect. But let's go back to our babies, that Kool-Aid. I'm going to drink that Kool-Aid forever.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you something. I'm an ex-player. The way you get your stars, you got to show up to those camps, okay? Not necessarily going to the Power 5 camps, but you know the Gatorades, the Nikes, the Adidas, the so on, the Under Armours. That's how you get your ranking, because those journalists are going to be at those camps. I've been to camps. That's how I got my scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But back to the situation at hand. Yeah, we want the 5 stars. Yeah, we want to make a splash in the media. Yeah, we want the U to be better than the Cinderella. We want to be Pocahontas or Marilyn Monroe or whatever you think, or Vivica Fox or whoever you got in your Halle Berry. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we've been on the decline for the last 25 years. It's a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It's administration. You know what I'm saying? It's the athletes getting away, building up other Power 5 schools. It's the lifestyle in Miami, because I'm a Florida boy. I'm from down south. I love Miami. I don't go there no more, but I used to love it when I was a young guy. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't come there with your head on straight, you ain't going to make it down there. So that happens a lot. You know what I mean? Over the time and the years. And I just want everybody to know, yo, we've been down and we had some bad guys come in and try to ruin our organization. We still got to drink the Kool-Aid juice, man. We still got to believe in our boys, man. We still got to have hope. We're going to get that stadium one day. When we get that stadium, we're going to be back rocking and rolling. I promise you. You hear me?
Yeah.
But that Colorado thing, I love what my homeboy from my hometown doing, Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. I love what he's doing. He did a great job by turning all over those scholarships and putting the right players in the right place. And I expect those boys to do a lot. But last year, we weren't supposed to go 5-7. I watched the Middle Tennessee State game last night, and I want to see why we lost that game. I do like you. I study film because I'm a coach. I coach on the Pop Warner level, but I coach in Florida Elite.
Gotcha.
We like Southern Florida and Mid Florida, and then we just brought in Duval, but we don't play them the day team. But when I was a kid, we used to run through down south. Fort Myers used to run through Dade when we played. But needless to say, we was overlooked a lot. We had a lot of boys coming out of Fort Myers that didn't get no scholarship offers to like the U or Florida State. We had to go out of town, Iowa and Purdue, and
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
yeah, we've been leaving town. We've been leaving for a long time because we get overlooked. The Canes always wanted 5-star players, you know, but lately, you know, they always get a diamond in the rough, and they've been getting diamonds in the rough. And yeah, like the guys just said, we haven't been training those guys up no more. We haven't been coaching them guys up because I coach on the lower level. I know what it takes to get somebody to get to the next level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of times when you're at a big university like that, a lot of people ain't bought in no more. They're getting a check. You understand what I'm saying?
True story. True story, man. Well, look, Mike Lowry. I don't want to say.
I didn't mean to talk your head off. I wanted to talk about Colorado because I love.
Well, check me out Thursdays.
I love how man.
No, listen. Check me out on Thursday. I got a primetime talk show on Thursday, so check me out on Thursdays, man. We could definitely you call in, chop it up. We could talk, man.
I feel you.
All right, we're gonna have fun with it, man. We're gonna do some other stuff too. But Mike Lowry, I appreciate that. This Q rolling today, baby. We got quite a few people in the background. But man, be safe out there, man.
Oh, another thing, I think that we're gonna do good this year. Our second string and our third string gonna have to help us out, man.
That's
they
everywhere.
do their job, and we got a lot of guys that playing. I watch our spring game, and I want us to get a dual threat quarterback. We need to go with that boy Brown. We just need to go with him because that other boy Van Dyke ain't gonna get it done. I done seen him. His mechanics off. He ain't got no. His feet work ain't together. He's flat-footed back there throwing the ball. He think his arms gonna get all the balls there. We need somebody that's gonna give us a dual threat option.
I love it, man. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get that thing rocking. Let me get to the next call up in here, man.
All right, boy.
Appreciate you, dog. All right, man. Real quick before I
Yeah.
get to the next one, I'm coming to 9804 next. 9804. I'm coming to you next. Oh shoot, I'm missing something. Oh, I got it. Okay, coming to 9804. Did they leave? No. Here we go. 9804. All right, here we go. Talking to you. Sorry, I missed the thing. Caller, talk to me. Give me your name. Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Matt from Deerfield.
Matt from Deerfield, man. Can I ask you a question before you ask me?
Hit me.
All right. One of the questions tonight was, I know people like, man, Coach, just let that junk go. But I'm not, because these people gave their stuff. All right. Here's a good one. What key areas we need improvement in, whether it's scheme or a guy like James Williams, and how improvements in tackling can make this season special? So basically, what areas do we need to improve in for the Miami Hurricanes this year?
Honestly, I think the stuff that needs to be improved is the stuff that has been improved. Is the coaching, for one. Coaching that's going to get in these kids' butt behind when they not doing the right assignments. Like last year, the guy before me mentioned Middle Tennessee State, or even Duke, or even North Carolina, where you got guys supposed to be in cover 2, ended up trying to play cover 1, not doing their role, assignment football. That stuff you learn in Pee Wee football, and they out of their assignment. So once that's fixed, we have the talent to beat all these teams that we should be beating.
Okay.
That's one thing that's got to be fixed first and foremost, I think.
All right. I just want to get that answer. I want to get that out the way. But go ahead. Talk to me next. What's your thought? That's from Q7 Dub.
Coach, about I appreciate you having me on too. I listen to you all the time. I just want to say that real quick. But
sure.
I just want to talk to the people too and you about Coach Cristobal. I don't think a lot of fans really realize this man has always had the hard work mentality, always had the I got to grind from the bottom mentality, because every program he's gone to outside of Alabama, he's had to rebuild. So
he's always had to go after lower tier guys and make them job consistently, because a lot of people that don't play football, they don't understand that you can have a 5-star, that's an animal, that's an alien, that's someone that's going to make the great play, but the 3-star is the one that's going to be making the consistent play over and over and over and over. That's going to fill that B gap every single time, and that's what wins football games. It's not just the alien that's going to chase somebody down 30 yards across the field. It's that man that's going to plug the hole in the middle of the field so he don't got to chase 30 yards across the field. So you got to have the 3-stars. You got to have those guys that are going to listen to Coach Cristobal and what his coach is saying to complete the mission, so they're not sitting out here floundering in the water.
That's true, man. Like I've said that before, and I'll say it again. You got to be able to win with 3. I even made a short, I think, about like a real short video. You can check it on the channel. In order for Mario Cristobal to win, he's got to win with these 3 and lower 4-star tier guys. He has to, right? I said it before. If I'm a top, we just had my man Jay from Jersey. He's a Miami Hurricane fan. And I said, if you had the number 2 wide receiver son in the country, would you send him to Miami? He said no. I'm going to ask you the same question. You got the number 3 defensive lineman in the country right now, Matt. Do you send him to Miami, or do you send him to another school like Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Clemson?
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard.
It's not hard. You got to make. Hold on. I'm gonna put you on the spot. It's not hard. You got 3 seconds to make a decision, or he loses scholarship forever in life. Yes or no?
At this point, I would send him.
Okay, fair enough.
If you asking me that same question 3 years ago, it'd be a no.
Fair enough.
I'm a diehard King. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. All right. Well, I appreciate it then. That's fair enough. But that's what I'm saying. These are decisions that have to be made. And right now, you got to remember, some of these top dudes didn't grow up diehard fans. Some of these dudes have never seen Miami win. Right? We have. But some of these players, bro, do you know some of these parents are not even Miami Hurricane fans? So they can't even tell them the history or the legacy of the Miami Hurricanes to their to their sons. So you understand what I'm saying? So it's here, it's neither here nor there. But I appreciate you, brother, man, as always. Let me get to these next callers.
I appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks a lot, brother. All right, going to J Love T next. I see you in the back, baby. J Love T. Man, real quick, I do want to do this. I was wondering why it's missing. I got to give a shout out. We got 232 people in the building. Big shout out to our sponsor for the day, Mr. Alex Tabio from Pioneer Mortgage Funding. Give him a call, 305-205-1697. Anything you got to do with home financing, give him a call. His information is in the description. It's usually changing right here on the sponsor banner. It's missing for some reason. I told you I had to do an update, so some things changed. It got kicked around. But anyway, give them a call. First-time home buyers, VA loans, entrepreneurs. If you're the boss like Rick Ross and you cut the checks, guess what? You don't have a check stub. You cut the checks. Holler at them. They got aggressive programs for entrepreneurs who deal with cash and who are in charge. So get your stuff ready. Interest rates seem to be a little high, but get your stuff ready because when it falls, you want to be prepared. Just like Coach Cristobal and the Canes, you got to be prepared for the game. You got to be prepared for the game. So give them a call. J Love T in the building. What's up with you, baby?
Hey, let's go, baby. Let's go, man.
All right.
AKA tough questions. Coach Hayes don't like my tough questions.
Oh, I love the tough questions.
I'm here because he be bucking. But it's okay, Hayes, man. I love you too, dog. You know I gotta hit you with these questions.
I ain't never buck. Never buck.
Okay. But no, a quick question though.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question first. Hold on, J Love. I'm gonna ask you a question first. I ain't even started your time yet. Because I gotta get my little Twitter questions out the way.
Talk to him.
Liberty City Boy asked this. If Mario fails this year, is he on the hot seat?
No.
Okay.
That's not my expectation for Mario. Very good question. My expectation for Mario is not wins and losses. I know this is going to surprise everyone. My expectation for Mario, what's number one on the list, is the blue chip ratio. What will he lose by the time the summertime comes, and what talent that he brings in that'll be able to compete for the future because of the contract. He ain't going nowhere. He can go 0-12. He ain't 0-10. He ain't going nowhere. So hopefully he stacks his talent on talent.
Bruh, he may not go nowhere, but I know Coach Hayes might be going somewhere. I tell you that. If that dude go 0-12, bro, I'm sorry. As much as I love Cristobal, y'all can call me a hater. There's no way in the world the Miami Hurricanes should not win one ball game. I'm sorry, dog.
Listen,
Bro, we could take the
you'll be
cafeteria
there.
workers out there, put them in uniform, and we still should be able to win one ball game. So if we go 0-12, bro, or we look like Northwestern with one win on the season, or we out here looking like the old Colorado one, bruh, man, you gonna see me up here with a
Hey,
man. Look
you
here,
know who you sound like?
nah,
You
bro.
sound like Kiki Palmer, baby daddy, when he told his boys, my baby mama will never get caught singing with Usher and embarrass you live. And look what happened. You never you never know.
Well, guess what?
Oh.
Guess what? You gonna see me put that on Instagram too, man. Coach Cristobal, I love you to death, my brother, but I'm out. I'm gone. Hey, I'm out. Real quick before you get to your question, Chris Robinson for the 49. What's up, Coach? FSU check in. Slap that dude. I appreciate your money, dog, but I thank you anyway. I had to slap him across his face, man. Anyway, J Love T, talk to me, man. What's your hard question?
Okay, question of the day. Question of the day. In December, right? If you would have said, if somebody would have asked you, listen, Hayes, Mario Cristobal unfortunately lost Cormani McClain in recruiting, but bounced back how he bounced back in the transfer portal. Are you satisfied with how he bounced back and how he was able to regroup in a short time frame with who he replaced? Or are you still frustrated on losing a big time talent like that? That's the only question, because I have my version of it, which I already shared with everyone, but I would like your opinion, and I would like to know, will you see that being the game plan going forward if they ever miss on top high school talent? Thank you, Hayes, and have a great one, brother.
All right, so real quick, no, I'm not surprised because that is Mario Cristobal's strong suit is his recruiting prowess, right? So one, I'm not surprised. Did he lose Kamani McClain? I wasn't surprised at it either, because what Kamani McClain did is exactly what I've been saying. How are we asking kids to come here when we're putting a 5 and 7 product on the field? Like, just calling a spade here. This is not a knock to Miami, but how are we asking the number one, the number two recruit, whatever he was, to come here? Now, people going to say, well, how is he going to go to Colorado and they haven't done anything? Well, it's a little bit different because, one, you're getting the stamp from a person like Deion Sanders, who the NFL coaches and GMs definitely respect from that perspective. And also playing cornerback is a little bit different than a lot of other positions. It's a very individualized game. Even though you're playing on a team, you as they say, you're on an island out there. So that's why when you look at a lot of cornerbacks and they come from these no-name teams, I hate to say it that way, or lower tier teams, because it's such an individualized position. I can tell if you can cover a man, whether they throw the ball your way or not. I can tell you can cover a man if y'all lost 55-0. Did your guy that you're covering contribute to the 55 points? So
don't forget, Hayes. Don't forget, Hayes. The question: do you like how he bounced back?
Yeah, I answered that.
Loss?
I answered that at the beginning. Yes, when I said no, I'm not surprised. Yes, I like the way he bounced back because this is his strong suit, right? If this was a Dan Mullen question, I'd be like, man, I'm super surprised. Yes, I love the way he bounced back because Dan Mullen is not known for recruiting. Mario Cristobal is known for recruiting. So I'm not surprised that he excelled at his strong suit. Does that make sense?
Facts. Thank you.
Right, yeah, I'm not
Hopefully he bounced back.
Yeah, but I'm saying, no, I'm not surprised that he bounced back.
I said one question, but one more. Let me add one more to it to add on to what you said. Will that be, this is just for your, on a coaching perspective for everyone else to understand. Mm-hmm. Should that be your blueprint? Chase only the number one and number two guy on your board, and instead of settling for the project, hit the portal after that?
Not necessarily, bro. You know, I think that, I hate to say this, y'all, because I know I'm going to conjure up his name as soon as I say it. E. Brown has some merit to what he's talking about when he talks about the portal. I feel like the portal is Band-Aids. I feel like recruiting is stitches. Okay? Let me explain what I mean. I see Anonymous in the back.
We can go back and forth. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but I see Anonymous in the back. I'm gonna bring you 1 second. Let me finish this point. To me, the portal, in my personal opinion, the portal is band-aids. What do I mean? If you need a guy here or there, if you may need a guy to create some depth in case your number one goes down, if you need a guy to kind of fill in as the L1 or L2 on kickoff, you grab guys out of there. Because here's what I'm gonna say. I can't believe I'm saying this. I gotta slap myself.
No.
No. I'm saying no. Because Ebron has some validity to what he's saying about the portal. If you stay in the portal more than 3 or 4 days, like, you know what I mean, a very short period of time, what is your true value? That's my question. If you're a guy like, say, Jordan Addison, who left from Pittsburgh, went to USC, he went in the transfer portal, but he was there a few days because he knew he was going to USC. We talking about the highly touted guys. If you've been sitting in the transfer portal for some weeks and weeks and weeks, and we decide to get you now, what is your true value? Your value to me is that you are a Band-Aid player. You are a guy to cover up a scratch that we have to fix. Now, Deion's situation a little different because he got shot up by a Uzi. He need Band-Aids just to get to the hospital, so he had to go in the portal. But programs that have players, the portal is Band-Aids. Recruiting is stitches, right? When you recruit the guys that's going to come in and build into your program, those are the guys that mend wounds when people leave. Portal guys come in are quick fixes, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I hope I made sense with that.
The only like I said, the only reason why I disagree with it,
okay,
with my point of view, and you can go ahead and check me. When you get the 3-4 star guys, unfortunately, with times like this, are they going to give you the opportunity to let you develop them? And you see how the portal has hit us. That's my only issue.
I agree, but that's a risk you got to take.
Their top guys.
But that's a risk you got to take because, unfortunately,
that's
because the only reason we're getting these 3 and 4 star guys because we're 5 and 7. Bro, if we walked out 9 and 3 last year, I guarantee we bring in more guys with higher rankings. I'm telling you, bro, these kids live 30 seconds at a time. The world moves this fast. Bro, we can't even stand for the 5-second skip ad now button. We be like, hurry up. 1, 2, hurry up. 3, 4. As soon as it press, we be like, skip. We want everything right now. Can I be honest? I get paid from YouTube based on those ads, and I can't stand them. So my point is, everybody's a right now thing. Everybody's their own brand, bro. So yes, I understand. You recruit a guy that comes in. Let's just say, for example, I'm gonna just pull a name out the hat. The linebacker Popo, for example, right? He comes. Say he doesn't play right away, but he's been hyped up to be the guy, and he doesn't play right away. Year 2, he's kind of struggling a little bit to play, but now he's the transfer portal. Well, unfortunately, you lost him. That's just the way the nature of the beast is right now. But I really think recruiting is the longevity of your program. Transfer portal is quick fixes. And as a prime example, we saw that at Michigan State. Michigan State, when they got 40-something guys, had a great season. Next year, nothing.
You survived the questionnaire. You survived the hot seat, Coach Hayes.
Thank you, brother. I try my best.
Back next week.
Bring it, my man. Bring it. I'm loving it. All right, I'm going to Anonymous. I got 2 Anonymous up here. I'm just clicking one. I don't know which one is which. Call and talk to us.
You ready for round 2?
We going rounds, Miss Wilcox? Let's go.
Yes,
Give it to me then.
Round.
Give it to me. I got holding on to my seat.
Okay, let me explain to you. Juniors are 3. Remember, varsity is sophomore year. The guys who's a junior is going to be a senior. They can go up to a 4 or 5. He capitalizing on getting them stacked before they make a 4 or 5, before they get out from someone else. You getting polar bears. And they're willing to come to do the job. They're willing to listen. because their parents down with you. That's number one. When it comes to stars in the NFL, they don't get those three. Greg won, right? The other one we had, he's first round. He was what? Also what? Developed and broke up. But Miami gave him a chance to recover what his 4 or 5 star were. And he went first round. Remember, Miami developed this program. And everybody want to ride it and laugh at you because they can't laugh with you still because you still got a chance to improve, but on another level. You all should be thankful. Not to talk about it, let nobody else talk about you. But one thing about it, what I was talking about, Georgia is divided, is this. Remember after the Natty, there was a race between a player and a female. They lost their life. That player who did that, he was quiet. He went into the draft, and they took it where they had to go find what happened to them in that car race. He never came forward to say, I raced my best friend, and he and the female wound up dead and had an accident. That player got to pay the price for that player. And that's what I'm trying to open your eyes to. Georgia do have problems because one friend can mess it up for the rest of the friends. And a lot of them jump out. Georgia do have problems. And I can back it up. Okay? Miami problem is this. You all let yesterday go, but I told you so. Anytime a coach come in and blow out 3 quarterbacks that I warned y'all about,
That's true.
he had no intention to be there with Miami.
That's true.
He blew out 3 quarterbacks and 1 left. The one left should have been playing now. Not the one spinning like, well, I don't know what I want to do. I'm in love. And that's why they developed guys not to do a net. Meaning that what? They need to be in an all-male dorm.
Hold on, what you just said, Ms. Wilcox? What you just said they did?
Yeah,
What?
you heard what I said?
They did what?
Don't bust a net. Don't bust a net before a game. You can hold your, that helps you to win, You won't get tired and dizzy. You seen so many bodies down there, everything look good for you. Alabama ain't no guys go out because I was married to one. When he got to be locked up before they go with the game, they lock him down. Because they know those textiles got to last and they're going to do their job. Your manhood shouldn't be crossing you up when you want those dollars. Now you get no dollars. Well, you're looking for those polar bears and whales. Can hold their nuts. Be a man.
Yes, sir. Ms. Wilcox.
See, those are scrubs he was talking about. Those are scrubs he was talking about. Sure, they scrub, but remember, the scrubs are the dogs and they betrayed each other. How are they going to play when one kill one another? He didn't admit that he wound up knowing they died because he was racing. Georgia, you should be waking your eyes up. Don't hide. We know.
My Lord, Ms. Wilcox.
But guess what? I'm the whole one of them. When it's water to come, spot dirty water and come to dry land. When he got dizzy, well, when a man gets dizzy, he don't have too much facts. You're quarterback, hold your nuts, and I'm out.
Bye, Ms. Wilcox. I got mine. I guess that's what I get for going 2 rounds with Ms. Wilcox. Boy, I'm telling you, y'all don't understand how much I love this show, man. I'm coming to my next anonymous caller. Chris Robinson for the 49. Can Ms. Wilcox give me a breakdown of why FSU beat Miami 45-3? It's right here on my hand. I wrote it down. Let me see if I can give it to you. Hold up. Now take that through osmosis. Appreciate it, 499, no doubt. Appreciate it. Ms. Wilcox, you done made my day. My Lord. Anonymous number 2. It's going to be hard to follow up Ms. Wilcox, the Oracle. Talk to us. Hello? Hello. Going once, going twice, anonymous. All right, let's get them out of here. Coming next to 8049. 8049. Oh my God. Ms. Wilcox, I love her so much. 8049, talk to me.
Cause we need to check on Miss Wilcox. Miss Wilcox put hands on a couple men back in the day.
And it cut some too.
He put
Hey,
$40 on the nightstand back in the day.
listen, can I tell you
Put a
something?
hand on a couple dudes.
Can I tell you something?
Huh?
I done seen Ms. Wilcox.
What?
I done seen Ms. Wilcox cut a dude 3 different ways. You know how that was?
I believe you.
You know how it was?
I believe you.
Long, deep, wide, and repeatedly. She ain't play when she come to that little
Absolutely.
butterfly knife. Yep, sure enough.
And fell in love with her.
Hey, asking for one more cut.
Cause she from around the way if I ever known one, boy.
Trying to tell you, boy. Hey, Ms. Wilcox say, she say, when you bust a nut, you get weak in the knees.
Absolutely. And she wasn't lying. And she said that with an oath on the jury, boy. She ain't lying. If she was, look, she got a 380 chrome in her purse. She for real. But I mean, Wilcox got a fan in me, boy.
I love her to death, man.
Coach. Oh yeah. Look, she smoked them Salem Slim, Coach. She did a call with her left hand.
That long one, like this, it be this long. It be this long.
Right. Either that or the Benson and Hedges, Coach. Either one of them.
Hey, she got a cigarette and don't even carry no lighter. She know every man gonna light it for her. She be like, she just stick it to her mouth.
Cruella DeVille.
She just stick it to her mouth.
You're right, Coach.
And they just light that thing.
Hey, Cole, let's start talking about when she pull up on her with a pistol. Oh, man. But yeah, Coach, like I said, Coach, I don't know if you noticed, Coach, y'all still getting these 4-star recruits in Miami. I know we were talking about the complaints stuff, but you see y'all still getting them recruits on 4-star, and y'all finna get a couple more. So looking pretty good for you.
Yeah, we should be all right.
But you know, my request is, Coach, my request for y'all, and it's the honest truth, and I don't never know if you ever thought about this. I wish y'all would go back to the Nike jerseys. And I'm going to tell you why. And I know
not this
your
argument.
listeners going to fact check this.
Okay.
Your listeners going to fact check this. Do you know the last time that a college team, a championship team, has won a national championship or a championship of any sort that wasn't Nike? It was 99. That was the Tennessee Volunteers when T. Martin was a coach. I mean, was a quarterback. It was Adidas. And the only other one that was Auburn. That's it. The rest of them was Nike since 99. So I hope Miami go back to that Nike. Because I don't know, sometimes people believe in conspiracy and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, I wish I would go back to them jerseys. Because they were hard. I love them Nike jerseys, Coach.
Yeah, I get it, bro. Can I be honest? I've never been a person when it came to that. I don't care if they play with white T-shirts on and drew their own numbers on the dang shirt. I don't care from Thursday about no jersey. All I care is, guess what? Now, unless they can make some grab-proof jerseys, then I want those where you can't grab them. Like your hands go numb if you touch the jersey or something. But other than that, I don't care about no night. Like, let's be real. We talking about pants and we talking about shirts. Like, I hear you and I understand it. And some people put value into that.
Right.
I personally don't care, bro. We could go out there and wear what it is, Rawlings. We could wear Rawlings for all I care. I wouldn't care, man. You know what I'm saying? So
I would think so, though, Coach. But again, that's something to it, though. Ain't nobody won one since '99 except Auburn, and that was Under Armour. And before they went to Under Armour, they was Nike. So I'm just saying, Coach.
Yeah, but you know what?
99.
Yeah, I agree. I think some of the players, the recruits, are more. They're more friendly to Nike because they like the way it looks. I get it. I understand that. But me personally, I understand why you're saying it. But I'm saying for me personally as a response, I don't care if we go out there with some old Newman gloves. Remember the gray Newman gloves or Cutter gloves? Remember the Cutter gloves?
That's Shimmer shirt day, Coach. Them Shimmer shirt days.
That's what I'm saying. So who cares? Like at the end of the day, I don't personally care. You know what I'm saying? Was it Adidas reason we lost 55 to whatever it was to Middle Tennessee? I doubt it. Maybe because what? Adidas got a little bit more stitching than Nike, and the uniforms got a little bit heavier. I don't know, bro. Like, it's one of them things, bro. I have no clue.
Right. Because I'm just trying to pander to the Colorado fan, because that's Coach Prime's slogan. He said, if you look good, you play good, you feel good. You know how that way. You play good, you get paid good. So I was just thinking about that part, Coach.
No, I agree.
So
and right here, Hurley Brown.
Nike,
And right here, Hurley Brown said Nike is a big draw for recruits. And that's what I said earlier. Players are more apt to go,
right.
like they got a bigger draw towards Nike. And that's why I said I understand why people like Nike. I get it. But for me personally, I don't think the uniform itself makes it. Now, does that Nike check draw more talent into the building? Maybe so. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, again, and this is back to what I'm saying.
Right.
If a kid picks a school because they got 3 stripes on their jersey or they got a check on their jersey, if I'm picking an institution to go to play football because there's 3 stripes right here or there's a check right there, I don't know what to say about the kid. Maybe I'm a little too technical, but whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It happened before, Coach. Think about it. Oregon recruited players off jerseys. So it didn't happen before now.
No, they played them off of jersey combinations. We ain't talking about who made it. If there was an American Adidas school, let's just say instead of it Nike, that was Adidas. Instead of it being Phil Knight, that was an Adidas. Like Phil Knight was Adidas. It would have had the same. It would have had the same draw. It's because the combinations of uniform. I don't think it was the maker had a point, but if Adidas is a German product, bro. They don't have a college here. Nike is American made, so Oregon is his college. That's why they have no competition in that sense. You get what I'm saying? Puma is a German company. You kind of get where I'm coming from? If it was another, like Under Armour is American made, but Under Armour got ways to go. They don't have the years under their belt like Nike does. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, bro. But I appreciate it, bro. Let me go on and move on, man.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
Yeah, good talking to you, Coach.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. Big shout out. Taz Haitian came for the $2. He says, hashtag hold your nuts. Man, Miss Wilcox, I love you to death. You too funny. You are too funny to me. All right. 0333 coming to you next. 0333 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Nah, Coach, it's Jay. I just got one question. I already called in earlier.
Jay from Jersey?
I just got one question.
Talk to me.
About to hang up. Yeah, I just called you like an hour ago. I got one question for you. So, like, what are your expectations for, All-American Cam Kitchen? That's all I got, Coach, for this year.
Real quick, I hope and I believe that he will build on his success. It's hard for me to say his leadership role because, like I said, we're not in the locker room. We're not at the practices. I'm just going to say this blindly because I don't know it to be factual or not. He may be already doing it. But I hope he takes more of a control on the field role, right? AKA a leadership role, meaning make sure guys are lined up, make sure guys is communicated properly. I want him to be that field general because he seems to have it upstairs. His FBI is high, football IQ, and we see physically he can do it, right? He became an All-American, so now he needs to build on that, right, and increase his draft stock, definitely. So my expectations for him are high. I don't know if he'll be a first rounder based on what he does. If he has a year like he had last year, he'll definitely be second round. If he has like game-saving tackles, game-saving interceptions, that kind of stuff, he's going to have to honey badger this thing, in my opinion, right? He's going to have to be a guy that just pops off the screen, bro, to be a first rounder, in my opinion. He has to, scoop and score balls. He's got to be able to do that's tackling, punching it out. He has to do the intangibles to be a first rounder guy, in my opinion.
Why? Because of speed?
Just overall.
Speed and height?
Yeah. One is the school you're coming from right now, right? Let's call it what it is, right? Not winning. Now, again, it's all of this is going to be based on what happens throughout the year. But if I had to call it for right now, he's got to do extraordinary stuff to get extraordinary draft pick, in my opinion.
Okay, I appreciate it, Scott. Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you for the call.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. All right, coming to
All right.
9963. 9963. I see you back there, E. Brown. Don't you hang up. I'm coming to you next. I'm going to finish out with you. Talking about my dog on Wesley Basaint. 9963. Caller, talk to me. Give me your name. Where you calling from?
Yo, what's up? What's up, Coach Hayes? This is Trey from Wildwood, man.
What you said again? Trey who?
Trey from Wildwood.
Trey from Wildwood. All right. You know where the Turnpike meet 75. Talk to me.
All right, so I got one question for you, and then also, you know what I'm saying, you got another question for me on Twitter, but my question is cornerback. Jamel Adai really hasn't like what is it? I haven't seen, you know, like even like a 3-star corner, 4-star, you know, like corner isn't really on our radar when it comes to like recruiting for this class. Maybe down the road, but as of right now, I don't really see any corner that we're going after, like big talented. So going into the year, we got Devontae Brown, a transfer. Seen his tape. He's long, lanky. His coverage skills are pretty good. So I would say that's our certified one. But outside of him, it's like, who do we have? We got Darryl Porter. He got time last year, but never really started. Takora Couch is streaky every now and then. And you got Jadarius Richardson and Jaden Davis, who are also transfers. But Richardson never really got a whole bunch of playing time. And Jaden Davis came from Oklahoma, the Big 12, you know what I'm saying, and always like a offense-happy league. So I'm not saying he can't cover, but, you know, coming from that league, I would assume, you know, So it's like going in the corner this year, how would you feel about it? Because let's just say Brown goes down. Who do we have outside of him?
I'm going to be honest, bro. Like, we got so many kids, but shout out to Wholesome One, call them kids. So many young men out here that I don't know where we want to go. I personally think it's a big mistake, and I know they have other guys, maybe I don't know if they're analysts or whatever, but I think with as intricate as the defensive backfield is today, you need 2 coaches. You need a safety coach. You need a corners coach. I truly believe that. Because you play so many split coverages, safeties roles are a lot different than cornerback roles so far as the technique. And one thing about having one DB coach, he can't see all 53 in the third yard across the field, right? When they do full 7 on, you got to rely on the film. So you're going to miss some stuff in practice where you can kind of split the roles between 2 guys. I know I'm going in the long way in your answer, but I'm coming back.
That's good.
For example, when we had DVD, for example, right? If DVD would have been your cornerbacks coach and Adai would have been maybe your safeties coach or vice versa, however you want to do it. I'm just using his name because that was a talk. You can split the roles of responsibilities and cover a lot more ground. I say that also to say this. Manipulation is done on the back end when it comes to offensive coordinators, in my opinion. If formation and motion manipulates defenses every time, right? You need more eyes back there. Right now, we have a D-line coach and a D-end coach. So we got 2 guys coaching 4 guys. I get it. And nothing wrong with that. But they're in very close proximity, right? But they're not in 53 in the third yard field. They're in a smaller spot. Now, is it good to have 2 eyes on them? Yeah, most definitely. But I think it's more important to have two sets of eyes on the back end just because communication, this, that, and the third, the whole 9. Right. You have to wait till you get to the film room to catch all the mistakes. When on the field, if you had 2 sets of eyes, you can catch a majority of them. You won't ever catch them all because you can't see everything at once. But you can catch more than you can with one guy. Now, to answer your question, we got a lot of players that we haven't seen a lot of. Chris Graves. We bringing in the guy from Iowa. Who's the guy that left right after spring? I thought that was him. What was he from? Iowa, right?
Yeah, Terry Roberts. He left.
Yeah, he left. He came in for a spring and he dipped. You understand what I'm saying? I guess he's like, well, it's too much for me here, I guess. I don't know why he left. But whatever, neither here nor there. We got the guy from Vanderbilt. I can't keep up with all their names. Richard. So some of these guys are going to come in and play. I don't know what they're going to do. I have not a clue. I don't know how they're playing. I don't know if Coach Lance Guidry is a man-to-man type guy, if he feels that these guys can run with them. I know this. Miami Hurricane DBs in the back, if they ever got beat, they never got outran. You may have caught the ball on them, but you were tackled immediately. We've been seeing lately, got catch a ball, we can't even catch the dudes. So,
my goodness, man. That Middle Tennessee game, man, I just kept seeing Ivy and Stevenson and just Harris, and just like everybody's just like playing chase. I'm like, oh my goodness, man. Like,
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We got plenty of bodies, but do we have plenty of players at that position? And that's where the question lies. That's where the question lies.
Okay.
So yeah, we definitely got to check that out. So yeah, I appreciate it. Hopefully I answered your
All right,
question.
man, Coach. That's all I had, man. It was good to talk to you, man. I think it's like my second time calling in, man. But
Well,
yeah,
call
big
in.
Canes fan. Huh?
I say call on in. Don't be a stranger. Call on in, man.
All right, man. I got you, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Anytime, man.
All right, man. Stay safe.
Bye now. Yeah, we still got guys like Jaden Harris. We got. So I'm looking in the chat. You guys are throwing all these names out. We got plenty of guys. They just got to play. You know what I mean? So that's where we are. Oh God, here we go. This right here is for you, E. Brown. I want you to understand that I got time today. Matter of fact, I'm gonna lock the phone line.
The conference has been locked.
Because after I get off the phone with you, E. Brown, guess what? I ain't taking no more calls. I'm getting off of here. But I'm going to give you this business. You talked about my Wesley Basaint. So the conference is locked. I'm taking the phone line down. I'm going to give it to you. But before I do, I want to just let you know, I got time today.
Because I'm going to keep it G real. I don't f with you because you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood by telling me take off my flag, asking how gangster I was. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz. I told you I ain't got time for that. But today I got time, cuz.
Today I got time, cuz. You understand me, E. Brown?
Well, I get the gist of your commercial there, but I mean, Basaint is he's just like the ugly woman, man. I mean, hey, I'm done. You know, I saw her from behind, and then when I saw her in the front, I go, man, hey, that's not it. I got to move on.
All right,
you know,
stop right there.
On.
Stop right there, because today I got time, and I'm finna make you a real Kane fan today. Hi, Magic City called in. Magic City, I the phone line locked. It kicked him back out. The phone lines are locked. The number is down, so don't try to call in because this is gonna be the last one. I'm getting off of here in a few minutes. E. Brown, you tell me,
yes, sir,
out of the 2022 recruiting class, who is the dog then? Who is the dog?
The 2022 class for the University of Miami. Oh my God, man! Listen,
no,
we had no dog on the 2022 class.
All right, okay, so let me do this.
We had no dog.
Stop right there. On the entire, out of all 105 players for the Miami Hurricanes, I just want you to name me two players that you consider on the Miami Hurricane team's a dog.
All right, number one is the defensive back we were just talking about, the young man
Cam Kitchen.
I mean Kitchens is a he could be considered. He can be considered a dog. He can be considered a dog on the football team. After Cam Kitchens, I mean you really got to search. You really got to search the team. The 104 members on the team. You really got to look for that person who you would say that, okay, if we were, I know you don't like going back in time. I know all of you guys, all you delusional fans out there, you have a problem with going back in time and talking about the University of Miami when we were winning. You could put anybody on this current team and implant them onto that 2001 team, and they would even get on the field.
But the problem, hold on, let me give you your day.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
That's your problem. You want to go back in the days, but let's go back there.
There's absolutely no,
but I said no, but that's the problem. But Ebron, that's the problem I'm having. You want to go back in the days, but you're looking at a finished product, right? You're not looking at. Hold on, you're looking at a finished product because let's go back. We look at Andre Johnson coming out of Miami High. We could say he gonna be a dog. He gets to Miami, and he was. Santana Moss, he gonna be a dog. He was. But let's look at on that same 01 team, how many were probably ranked as high as those guys, maybe some higher, because remember, Santana got a track scholarship. They kind of, finagled the thing, but he wasn't just a track star, but that's how they got extra scholarships, but that's neither here nor there. But what about the guys that weren't? And that's what you're missing. We're looking after that product, the 2101 team is finished, and saying, see, Andre Johnson, they were dogs. But then you're not giving these guys an opportunity to be a dog. They're puppies. They're puppies. Did Andre Johnson, and I don't know this to be a fact, I may be 100% wrong. Did Andre Johnson start his freshman year? Let's go see. Let's go see, E. Brown. Andre.
No, he didn't.
So
Andre Johnson didn't start. You had Reggie Wayne, and you had there was the other kid on the other side who played before him. I think it was Reginald King. I think his name was.
Okay, so
but they would have started. They would have started wide receivers.
No, but that's my point. So you would have called Andre Johnson. I forget about him. He didn't have a chance. And I get what you're saying. Those guys may have been better. No, hold on. Those guys may have been better. But let's look at it. Andre Johnson, his freshman year, had 3 catches. He played in 11 games. He played in 11 games and had 3 catches for 57 yards and 1 touchdown. You would have called him a screw up. You would have called him a screw up.
No, sir. I would not have called him a scrub. And the reason why I wouldn't have called him a scrub is because we were winning. We were winning. Okay? When you're winning, you know that the product in front of you is a winning player. You got a challenge. You got to go out there and play. That's what I said. And when I'm talking about looking back, I'm not talking about looking back and going and back and reaching to get an Andre Johnson or a Clinton Portis. I'm talking about the blueprint of the player, the blueprint of the player that comes in with that mindset that I want to be it. I want to be a winner. I want to be this. You're not talking about a kid who's coming into the camp, and they're automatically asking you and telling everyone, hey, I should be playing. My mama said that I should be playing. My daddy said that I should be playing. These kids came in, those guys came in off that blueprint. That's what I'm talking about. If you look at the team now currently, you don't see that you have a hard time finding that blueprint. That's why you have Kitchens who had that blueprint.
Yeah, but because you have to understand you have to understand the landscape of recruiting today, bro. And Ebron, I don't think you understand how diluted South Florida has become with recruiting. So many teams are in here now. You have to understand this. I get where you're coming from to a certain extent, but I don't think you're looking at it from the other side that there are so many teams coming in here. Hold on, they're diluting the pool of talent because we were not where we were supposed to be. Now, you can blame who we want to blame, from Donna Shalala to the upper brass to the AD, Blake James, whoever we want to blame for why we're here, we're here. We're here.
No. And you're right. You're right from that standpoint. But what I want you to understand is that I don't care what era we're in, what decade we're in. The blueprint for developing and compiling a football team remains the same. It remains the same. I don't care what year, what decade, what era, whatever you want to, however you want to put it. The blueprint for finding a football player remains the same, and that's where we've gone off kilter.
So what's the blueprint? So what is the blueprint, Ebron? That's what I'm calling. What's the blueprint?
I think I laid it out. I think I laid it out when I said that you have kids that want to come in and they want to make the team a dominant and good football team. That's number one. You got to have that mindset. Number two is you got to come in and you got to tell everyone that's ahead of you, like Warren Sapp. He told all the defensive linemen on that team, "Hey, I'm going to take your spot. You've got to come in. You got to have that type of player with that blueprint that want to come in and they want to say, "Hey, I'm going to take your spot. I'm sorry, I'm not being disrespectful, but I want to take your spot."
All right, what else do you need in this blueprint? Because I want to be quick on this. What else do we need?
And right now, you want people that you're going to want a player that wants to engage. You want some player that wants to engage. But the overall number one thing you got to have is you got to have football instinct and speed. You got to have that. You got to have that. I don't care what era you were in, whatever you got to have football instinct and speed coupled with the things that I just rattled off. You got to have those things.
All right. What else do you need? What else do you need?
That's what you need. And then we move to the next tier, which is coaching.
No, hold on. Let me go back. Wait. I want to finish with the player. Okay. I get where you're coming from. You want a guy that wants to be a Miami Hurricane. I get it. But again, we're talking about players who grew up what? Not seeing the Hurricanes in a great light. Let's call it what it is. When we and you grew up, the only thing we saw, if you lived in this area, you regionally saw regional football. That's why people are fans of the school within their area, because television only allowed you to see Miami Hurricane game of Florida State, and you may have seen what? Maybe who they played against when they played at home. They even used to black games out if you didn't have enough people in the stands. Well, now because of the internet, we have more access to more games. Bro, we can watch games on Bally. I don't even know what Bally's network is, but it's a network. So what I'm saying is these kids have more access and vision. So they didn't have to be a Miami Hurricane fan. They could grow up being an Alabama fan, even though they were from Miami. Why? Because they could see them play on TV every day. Can I tell you how many Alabama games I saw growing up as a kid? Not many. There were not many games I saw of Ohio State growing up as a kid because we weren't in their region. Hold on, let me finish my point. Now, hold on, let me finish.
Yes, sir.
Now you want kids that want to be a Hurricane. Well, the Hurricane ain't the hottest thing smoking. We got to understand this is a me generation. See, we grew up in a generation where it was loyalty. Well, guess what? All you saw was Hurricanes. So when another dude from outside your clique came in, you had to check him. What set you from, fool? Right? So now I'm going to check you because we all were Hurricane fan. Now I can sit here literally on my phone and watch any game I want to watch from East Coast to West Coast, up north to down south. So these kids can be fans of anywhere. That's one. Second, you want a guy that's going to be competitive, come in and check a dude for it. Great. Those are some of your top tier elite guys. I get it. Those same guys that you want are now fans of these other schools and schools that are winning and schools that are, because these kids have unlimited information in their pocket, in their cell phone. They can research. Well, if I play 3 technique, how many 3 techniques have been getting put into the NFL from which college? They can look. I'm talking about top tier talent now, because they're not picking. The school is not picking them. They get to pick their school. When you're a top tier dude, you pick the school you want to go to. There's a difference. So now when I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, if I play X position, whatever position that may be, I want to go to a place where what? Where I can be, one, developed, like you said, when you talk about coaching, but 2, my talents can be maximized. If you were the number 1 ranked quarterback right now, E. Brown, coming out of high school right now, would you go to a wing T team?
Well, my top tier talent quarterback will not. My talents or the things that I'm going to contribute to the team will not benefit a wing T offense.
And that's my point. Okay, so hold on. So that's fine. Because you know they don't necessarily throw the ball, right? Okay, cool. You understand me? This is back to what I'm saying, right? That if I'm a receiver and you guys are not doing things that maximize the receiver position, why would I go there? Because as an athlete, you got one shot at this league. As a coach, you get hired and fired, hired and fired, hired and fired, hired and fired. You can always reset yourself in your career. As an athlete, I got 3 4, 5 years to get it right because I got one shot at this NFL thing. And I got to take my chances with the best opportunity I can right now. I keep giving this analogy. Hold on. I keep giving the analogy about lawyers. If I'm on trial for murder, I want doggone Johnny Cochran. I don't want the dude that's on the side of a metro bus going down the street. I don't want that guy if I'm on trial for murder. Now, if I need a speeding ticket, I'll take my chances with the dude on the bus bench. That's how I look at it. Your life depends on it. Go ahead.
If you use that analogy, then you should look at the teams that are putting players in the NFL. And if you look at it from that standpoint, Miami's in the top 5.
In the past 5 years? No. I ain't talking about overall. No. See, stop. Don't skew the if you look at overall, yes. But we're talking about within the past 5 years, bro. Do you think a 17-year-old kid is looking at 2001 about how many guys went to the NFL? That's legacy talk. We're talking about reality talk.
But Coach, Miami, even though in the last 20 plus years we haven't been winning, Miami has consistently put players in the NFL, whether it's through the top 7 rounds in the NFL draft or through free agency, and their careers and they have been developed by more highly developed and more skilled coaches to take advantage of their talent. So it goes back to that. It goes back to the blueprint of the player. It goes back to the coach, and it goes back to those two things working in concert with each other. In order for you to have the team that you want to have.
Yeah, but hold on. Let me go back to this. But let's go back to this. At the times in which we were winning, college coaching salaries were not like they are. We were all. I think at that time they were all relative, right? You look at them today. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even think Randy Shannon made $1 million. I don't even think he made $1 million. Hold on. So now you want to talk to top tier developing guys. Well, if I'm top at my field, I want to get top dollar. Would you agree or disagree? I know you were working. If you were the top at your job, if you were the top at your job, do you want to go get paid less money or you want to get paid the most?
You want to get paid the most, of course.
So if I'm hold on. So again, if I'm a coach that's coming through, and you say, "Oh, he can develop," how much you getting paid, coach? $200,000. What? I was over here in Arkansas. They paid me $600,000. They have no affinity. These coaches don't have an affinity to Miami. You think any of these coaches? Let's be real. Jimmy Johnson, Dennis Erickson, none of these coaches. Come on, man. The dude at Cleveland, FIU, Butch Davis. They don't have an affinity to Miami until they became coaches at Miami. They didn't grow up here. They didn't say, you know what? I'm going to do my... No, they came here, got a job, did a job. It worked out well for them. They're not from the crib like Mario Cristobal came here, played here, grew up here, blah, blah, blah. Even Randy Shannon played here, grew up in Miami, and now coached there.
But you're falling victim to the talk that's out there. You're falling victim to it, just like the kids are. The kids are falling victim to it because they are looking at these the teams that's hyped on a consistent basis. They're looking at the teams that are hyped on a consistent basis. But when you look at those players when they go into the NFL, the careers or that hype that was behind them when they were with Alabama and Georgia, what have you, they become third string players on an NFL football team.
What?
And then you have guys from Palomino State who they end up becoming the all pros and whatever. And you know why that is? That's because we overlook those players. We overlook that blueprint, that player with that blueprint that I'm talking about. We overlook them. We overlook them because we attach 3, 4, 5-star, that mantra on them. We attach it to the back, and then we get caught up in the game. That's what we're at. That's what happened. That's what happened with the University of Miami for the last 20 years. We get caught up in the game of, oh, okay, let's go out and look for 4 and 5 stars instead of going out and trying to evaluate talent. Look for the guys that have blueprint. Look for the guys who wanted to come here and play football. A 5-star player will say, hey, I don't want to go to University of Miami. And everybody's like, oh man, you don't want to come to the University of Miami. Okay, so what? So what? Let's get out of that.
No, I'm with you with that. But see what it is, you're talking about guys with certain talent. You're talking about guys to have this certain talent. And I'm saying to you, we're not getting all of those guys. We're not getting those guys. I'm looking right here in the past 5 years, since 2020, right? Since 2020, Shaquille Quarterman, DJ Dallas, both of them were 4th-round picks, the highest. 5th-round pick, KJ Osborne, and a 7th pick, Jonathan Garvin. Okay? That's 4 guys. Nothing wrong with that. I get it. Nothing wrong with that. That's a great accomplishment. They're there. 2021, 2 first-round picks, Jalen Phillips and Gregory Rousseau. And then 2021, a 5th round and a 6th round, in Brevin Jordan and Quincy Roche. Right? And then in 2022 is Jonathan Ford, just barely made it in the 7th round. We had 1 guy. In 23, we had 3 guys: Tyreek Stevenson, Will Mallory, DJ Ivy.
Okay, but what about the free agents? What about the free agents who made football teams? Those players who made the football team from the University of Miami. Here we go. Man, he didn't show that talent when he was here at the University of Miami. You know why? Because they were overlooked. They were undercoached.
Ibrahim,
So
I'm gonna say this
to the
because
NFL.
it's 8:45. I'm gonna say
They
this.
go into the NFL.
No, you're right. I'm gonna say this. I think it's unfair. My opinion. I think it's unfair to say these young dudes like Wesley Bassint. Who else is not a dog from this 23 class? Or the 23 class that came in, the freshman.
Well, one of the kids that I'm he
22
left, he
class.
went out to SMU with to follow the coach who left, the running back Rooster. That guy was, he showed some promise. He showed some promise the first years of playing football here, but then the second year, it looks like he was afraid of contact. He will fall if you sneeze on it.
I disagree with that.
Okay, he will fall if you sneeze on it.
He had a little fumble issue, but I think that's something that's mental. I seen Rooster try to bury. Rooster wasn't the biggest dude, and he tried to bury his helmet in people's chests. Rooster wasn't afraid of contact. I think he kind of got that way after he got the fumbles, and it got mental for him. But I don't want to talk about those guys. I want to talk about the guys that's on our roster right now. Who do you think is a dog?
Exactly.
Who do you think is a dog?
Like I said, it's hard. It's hard for me right now to think about anybody who's a dog other than Kitchen. After Kitchen, I don't see it. James Williams will come close. He will come close to it. Okay, he'll come close. But after those 2 guys, I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And I know people are saying, well he's always talking negative. It's because because you delusional Miami Hurricane fans out there, for the last 24 years, we've been sold a bag of goods that's dirty, that is just not good. For the last 24 years, we've been sold that.
Do you think? Do you think that Don Chaney is a dog?
No, I don't think Don Chaney is a dog. I think Don Chaney. I think Don Chaney I think he's overrated. I think he was overrated. I think that he is more concerned about trying to get to the promised land, which is the NFL. He's more concerned about it, and that's just me looking at it from the outside. I think he's more concerned about it.
I had to say this. I think Don Chaney is a hurt dog. What do I mean? He is a dog, but he's always hurt. And well, that's not his fault in the sense of, I mean, bro, you hurt. Like, there are some guys who get the injury bug and can never get rid of it. And I pray for Don Chaney not to have an injury this year. I really do, because I want to see him. I want to see him be successful. I really do. But I know this, as I've been coaching this game for a long time. I'll knock on wood and say, you know what? I hope he plays all 12, 13 games, whatever it is, and not get hurt, because I do think he can be a very good player, a very impact player. Unfortunately, he has the injury bug, and some players just can't get rid of that bug, man. And that's it. I'm trying to think who else. Who else do you think is a dog? Some people say Leonard Taylor. I think we have a lot of potential dogs. They just haven't done it yet, right? But I can't say they're not a dog. I don't think.
Now,
hold on.
you had posed that question.
Okay, go ahead. Potential dogs. Then.
If you would have posed that question, then I could give you more players. If you would have posed that question, because that's a good question.
Okay, I'll take that.
Dog.
Potential dogs, then. Give me those.
Potential dogs. Now, Leonard Taylor falls into that category. DVD, the quarterback, falls into that category. And again, I think that's about it. I think that's about it. Right now, I'm going to give you I'm going to say this, and I just want somebody to see if what I'm saying has some ring of truth. Right now, our team is a team of special team players and backups. That's what our team is right now.
I be wanting to slap it, but
our team, the University of Miami football team right now, is a team of special team players. And with that said, that is what we're trying to feel. That is what we're trying to put together to go out and play a schedule that we have that's coming up now. That's why we are hesitant as fans, that when we look at the schedule, we go, man, I don't know about that team. And the team that we're talking about, we don't know about, we're talking about Bethune-Cookman. We don't know, man, I don't know how we're going to perform with that team.
Man, stop playing. Man, stop playing. Man, you come straight out of comic book.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Cut that out, man. Ain't nobody worry about no doggone Bethune-Cookman.
We're worried about Miami of Ohio. We're worried about Miami of Ohio. And when we don't worry about those teams, then we have a Middle Tennessee slip up. We have a Middle Tennessee slip up when we don't worry about those teams. Just think about it. For the last couple of years, we've been worried about Toledo. We've been worried about Appalachian State. We're wondering whether or not we're going to win those games. That's because we're comprised of players that will be special team players, or they'll be second or third string backups.
So let me ask you a question, Brian. Hold on. So let me ask you this then. So why is Miami comprised of special team players, like you said, and backups? Why do you think that is then?
Because the reason why is because we've settled. We settled for what there. We delved into that transfer portal. We were there in that transfer portal for too long. I said you cannot go into the transfer portal and hang around that transfer portal looking for players, bringing in 9, 10, 11 transfer portal players every year and place them on your football team instead of going out instead of sending your coaches out and go out to the high schools and find players with that blueprint that we're looking for. So we settled, and when we settled, guess what we settled for? We settled for football players that had their mommies calling the coaches and telling the coaches that their son needs to be put on the football field to play football. So when their son, okay, That's what we settled for.
Man, listen.
That's what we have here at the University of Miami right now.
Well,
right now
but Coach Cristobal say, come get your kids. He said straight up, if you don't like it, come get your kids. He told you that. Come get your kid. Hold on. Let me say this real quick. Right now, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we have 32,991 subscribers. I need 8 more people to hit the subscribe button so we can create 33,000 subscribers. Let me see if I can show it to you on the screen right quick. I don't know if I can show it to you on the screen. It may not show because it's so bright. But anyway, we have 32,991 subscribers. I need 8 people. If you're not subscribed to the channel, let's see. There you go. I need 8 people. 8 people. Or 9 people, rather. You got my math off. I need 9 people to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and make this thing 33,000 before we get off here tonight, man. So that way we could stop listening to E. Brown pontificate.
Hey, somebody brought up a good name there that I didn't think about.
Yeah.
That kid Bane.
Thank you.
Kid Bane.
He gonna be tough, dog. He gonna be tough, bro.
Kid, hey, Bane gonna be tough. Bane gonna be good, okay? He's gonna be good. And you know, hey, listen, I apologize to Bane for not thinking about him and bringing his name into the.
Don't worry about it. He just texted me. He told me to give you this. He just texted me right then. That was him texting me. He told me to slap you up right quick for not forgetting his name.
Well, listen, and I hope that those 105 University of Miami football players that you were talking about earlier, I hope that they are taking the time out to listen to what is being said. Because you know what? I am not gonna sit around or anymore. I'm not gonna sit around anymore and tell these kids who are winning 4 and 5 football games a year, tell them that they're good. I'm not. I'm gonna tell them what they are playing like. Okay? They are playing like special team and second and third string backup players. If you want me to go a little higher, doggone it, I need to see you go out the first 5 games of this year. And if you go 5-0 the first 5 games of this year, I'm willing to come on anybody's channel, especially this channel with the coach here. So you eight people out there who haven't subscribed as of yet, you better get online and do some doggone subscribing right now, okay? And get up there so we can get up there and get the numbers up.
They got it. Look at that. They coming through. They coming through, y'all.
I'll come on this thing and I'll come on this channel. And I tout the University of Miami football team, our coaches, and our administration for finally getting it right. Okay? Getting it right.
Hey man, nobody want to hear you pontificate no more. Watch this. Look what we did, y'all. Just that fast. Look what we did. Hold up. 33,000, y'all. Y'all clap it up for yourself. The team, baby. Let's go. Now, if you part of the team like I'm part of the team, I need you to put a thumbs up if you want me to crash this dude plane and get him a bacho. If y'all want me to crash this dude plane like this, you let me know.
What?
Hey, bro, you know I love you to death, man. Oh, golly.
Well, hey, listen, I just have to come on. I have to come on to the channel. I have to come on on a regular basis, and I've got to address our delusional fans.
Now you gonna stop talking about the fans like this, man?
We've got to stop. We got to stop.
Can I say this though? Hold on, but can I say this? Let me say this, E. Brown. I'll say this. I think last year, I do believe in my heart of hearts. How do I say this? There was some Colorado-ness going on with our fan base because of the hiring of Mario Cristobal. You know, as my good friend Warren Kane said, the SEAL Team 6 of coaching, and people were talking about winning the Natty and winning the ACC championship. And I mean, people were ready to dive off the deep end. But I really believe after this year's showing, people, a lot of people caught a dose of reality. I think last year is the same thing that Colorado's going through this year with what they're going through. And again, this is not saying that Deion Sanders will not be successful. Same thing I said about Mario. Just because I said Mario Cristobal not going to win the Natty this year, when I was speaking last year, you're a Mario hater. You hate Mario. Now, nobody's saying I hate Mario. I know what it takes, guys, to build these things over time. And it doesn't happen overnight, bro. See, when one thing happens here and there, those are what they call anomalies. They break the what? The rule. Right? It's outside the norm. Those things do happen. But for the average, this is what you get. And it's the same thing with Colorado. They're going to go through it. And then next year, they're going to everybody's 10. Because if you talk to people right now, I haven't heard one person really even saying 10 wins this year for Miami Hurricanes. Not one. There are some people, but what I'm saying, the majority. Last year, the lowest was 10-2. The lowest was 10-2. Now you got people saying 7-5, 8-4, 6-6, and I think that's on par for where we are. Would you agree with those numbers? 7-5, 8-4. Ebron, would you agree?
No. We'll probably win about 6 games this year.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take.
We'll probably win about 6 games.
That's fair. But would you also agree that you don't see a lot of people still yelling 10-2 ACC champs and all that? Do you still see people? Do you see a lot more people yelling that like they did last year?
Well, those people got out of their delusion. Those people came out of their delusion. They realized that they were sold a bag of goods about a bad football team. The football team was bad the year before Mario got here. It was bad. And because Mario brought that winning pedigree here as a football coach, he brought it here from Oregon. Everybody thought that all of a sudden, with a magical wand, those bad football players were going to be able to win 10 football games.
Mm-hmm.
And they were sadly mistaken, because like I said a couple of days ago, if you would have attended the first spring football game last year, you would have walked away from that game going, "Oh my God, man, we're in trouble. We're in trouble," because there were people dropping footballs. That the offense looked horrible. It looked like there was a bunch of confusion. And sitting in the stands as a fan, I was freaking confused. I'm like, at what the heck I was looking at. So when we got into the season, it almost reared its ugly head in the first game when we played Bethune-Cookman. That team almost beat us. If that quarterback hadn't cramped up, that team would have beat us. It would have beat us.
Well, you ain't gonna steal my joy. You ain't gonna steal my joy. So I'm gonna do this because I got to get up out of here. Go ahead, finish your point.
And then we win the next 2 games, and then we barely win the next 2 games, and then we go up to Texas A&M, lose that game, and then that scrub environment took over again, where kids started to walk away from the team. They started to lose interest. And it just went down here from there.
All right, let me do this because I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna say this last point. E. Brown, and matter of fact, don't hang up. Reggie for the $5. He says, "Coach, just like last year's fantasy league, let's see how many Buff players get drafted for college fantasy. Buff fans, make sure to sign up." So to your point, Reggie, and E. Brown, since you on here, and everybody else, all the people that were in my fantasy. I do an NCAA fantasy for new viewers who don't know, but I do a fantasy league where you can draft players from all Power 5 colleges, right? And what was funny, see, sometimes people they got to put their money where their mouth is, and it goes to tell their real story, right? That's like my man Carpet Tech. I see him in the chat. He be talking in Colorado. I told him to put 100 donation up. He said, nah, Cole, let's do 50. Because if you that sure, you'll put a full dollar on it, if you know what I'm saying. Nah, Cole, let's do 50. See, I'm calling him out. I see him in the chat. But I say that to say this. All of that, Miami gonna be to this, Miami gonna be to that. Miami. Guess who was the first one to draft a Miami Hurricane football player last year? Guess who was the first one? In both fantasy drafts, guess who was the only one out of all these Miami fans was to draft a Miami player first? Guess, E. Brown. Just guess.
It has to be Carpet Dick.
No, this guy right here, Coach Hayes. First year, I think I did Will Mallory. In the second year, I didn't know what the hell I was doing in the first one. But the first year was Will Mallory. In the second, I never played fantasy before. In the second one, I want to say I picked up Henry Parrish, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. But I remember watching that and saying to myself, all these Miami Hurricane lovers, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But guess who everybody picked up? They picked up Bryce Young from Alabama. They picked up the running back from Ohio State. They pick up the receiver from Ohio State. They pick up see what I'm saying? Like when it really comes, it's like voting. It's just like voting. You could wear a Trump shirt. You could wear a Barack Obama shirt. You could wear a Hillary Clinton shirt, whatever you want to wear. This is not a political show, but I'm just proving my point that. But when you walk in that booth, don't nobody know what you pick. You could walk in, go Barack, go Barack, go Barack. Circle Trump, come out. Go Barack, go Barack. Or how about vice versa? Let's go Trump. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. You go in, Joe Biden. Come out. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. So when the rubber hit the road, the truth always gonna come out. Forget what you say, your action. Your action. And the fantasy started showing that. So thank you. Shout out to you, Reggie, for that. So we're going to find out, all you Colorado Buffalo fans, all you Miami Hurricane fans, when it comes to drafting. But you know what they come back and tell me? Well, Coach, business is business, Coach. That's what they say to me. Well, Coach, business is business, Coach. Okay, we're going to find out. Appreciate you, Reggie, for that quick reminder. And also, much love. I'm going to put both of them up here just because it's my girl. Where's she at right here? Look at her, man. The producer in the building. Oh, Lord, what happened? That didn't look good at all, did it? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I don't know what happened. We finna mess the screen up. Oh, it's the wrong screen. That's why. The wrong screen. That's why. Oh, Goni Hayes. What you doing, man? Trying to give you your love up here. Here we go. Y'all clap it up for my girl up in here. Hold on, I got it. Haitian Ellen for the $33. Ellen V for the $33 for going 33,000 subscribers. Just hit 33,000 subscribers today. Thank you, Ellen V and Reggie up here. I got all kind of cash donations. Thank y'all so much. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all go check out Miami Flo and them boys over there, man. They're making big things happen. I cut off the phone lines and all that. I see your people trying to call in, but it's kicking them back out. Guys, I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Man, please subscribe. We have a lot of fun on here. We're doing some more things. We got some special stuff coming out. You don't want to miss the night shift shows. Man, they just pop up randomly. I just get on here and just press live and go for it. If you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. So how you don't miss it, hit the notification bell. All right, so you don't miss it, as well as the WREs are coming out. We got those popping off too, man. So I appreciate it as well. And like I say, we're having a good time with this deal. We're going to have a good time during the season. I'm going to go back here and slap up E. Brown some more because he deserves it. And with all that being said, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all. Check us out Tuesday. I believe my man Dom will be on there. He's been taking care of a lot of things, man, and making it happen. Hey, cuz, how you doing? Look at my cousin in the building. Big shout out to Anna in the building. What's going on? How you doing, baby? And And so with all that being said, we'll definitely catch you here 8 o'clock Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. primetime talk. And somewhere in between, another show may just pop up. That's how we get down right here. It's the summertime. Coach Off, we making it happen. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for the 33,000. We up out of here, man. I appreciate it. And I keep saying I appreciate it because I really do. And I hate leaving. I really do hate leaving y'all, man. And with all that being said, I guess Coach Hayes will catch y'all at the 50-yard line. As always, go Canes. Peace. Somebody pass me my cane juice.